I'm Nate Pooterbaugh, their sports update. The Cincinnati Reds got back in the win column last night, blinking the Cubs 4-0. Hunter Green struck out 12 in the win. Game 2 of that series comes your way this evening down in Cincinnati. First pitch is at 7:10. Slade Ciccone is on the mound. He duels Javier Assad. Catch the action right here on The Fan. The Cleveland Guardians moved back into a statistical tie with the White Sox in the AL Central last night, beating the Marlins 3-2. Parker Messick had 6 strong innings of one hit, one run baseball. Afternoon baseball in Miami sees Tanner Bybee take on Yuri Perez. First pitch is at 4:10. World Cup quarterfinal action today sees Norway take on England at 5 and Argentina take on Switzerland in the nightcap. NBA news sees Wemby sign a 5-year, $252 million max extension with the Spurs. And in golf, Scottie Scheffler misses the cut for the first time in 78 events in Scotland. Jordan Smith, Rory McIlroy, and Tom Kidd head to the weekend with the lead. Breaking sports news, what happens to The Fan? Ohio Sports Destination.
The Fan is live and local with Fan Sports Saturday. The Fan Sports Day of the Week. Oh, this is some clever branding. Here's your host. Place name here.
You can place that name here. Got a blank space. I'll write your name, Nate Pooterbaugh. How are you, buddy?
Let's go, Tito.
Over to my right here. I'm Tito, by the way. To my right, we've got Jacob Reimer.
Hello.
Reimer, how are you today, man?
Well,
You're on Cloud 9.
I am on Cloud 9, but I'm upset right now because I'm looking at you across the way, and you've got Tim Hortons over there, and you didn't ask me if I didn't
Yeah,
want
I
to.
didn't ask you at all. No,
I've
but
been here
matter of
since
fact, I'm
6.
kind of disappointed you didn't ask me. If I should get some Tim Hortons. My headphone here. I can't figure out what's going on. Hang on, just a second.
I mean, it all looks good. Like, I mean, I did have a coffee this morning, but I mean, I would have loved a nice Oreo iced cappuccino, because those things hit so good.
If we had longer breaks like I have on Morning Juice, I'd have time to go get you one.
Oh,
we have the
okay.
shorter ones here since it's regular radio.
That's okay. I'll survive.
And not play radio like I do during the week, Monday through Friday. It's Tito, it's Reimer, it's Nate. I'm sure the Todd father will pop in at some point. But this is Fan Sports Saturday. Let's talk about today. We'll have John Gerber on at 10:45, do some golf talk there. Also at 11:45, Aaron Portzline will join us from The Athletic. Always love talking to him. Some big goings on in the NHL, so we'll get the latest on that and how that affects the Columbus Blue Jackets. Reds beat the Cubs yesterday. You heard Nate on the update there 4-0.
My goodness. How about that?
Yes. They play again tonight at 7:10, Great American Ballpark.
Oh,
Last night, Hunter Green did well. As a matter of fact, I will be at the game tonight, so I'm excited about that.
Oh, actually?
Yes, taking young Artemis out there.
What time's the game tonight?
7:10.
Okay, so it's not like I was going to say it's not like a 4:10 game and like you have to get quick out of here to get down there, but no, you got plenty of time to get down there and maybe grab a bite to eat or something like that.
You want to go?
Game? I would love to.
Okay, I'm just asking.
I can't. I gotta help with the 9-month-old. I'm afraid. So,
Guards over the Marlins 3-2. The Guards are in Miami today at 4:10. World Cup action today. Yesterday we had Spain over Belgium 2-1, and Norway England today at 5:00. Argentina Switzerland tonight at 9:00.
Should have been the U.S. playing yesterday, but that was awful.
So here's my thing on that.
Yeah.
And up until the Belgium game, I thought it was a successful World Cup for the United States.
Okay.
Not
why is
successful.
That? Why is that?
Winning a knockout game, it seems like any time for the U.S. is a big deal.
But that's all this is the furthest point they've always gone.
I understand, but I'm just saying, like, based on the fact that it's a success. Okay, I guess they met expectations. But I did not sit here expecting them to make it to the semifinals, right? Like that,
right?
Okay,
where they eventually would have gotten annihilated by France.
And there's like the year that they went like 0-2 or 0-1-2. Like, I'm sure they at least like won games.
Yeah, that's true. I think I'm with you on that, but like on the outside perspective of it being in the States and the fan engagement and involvement seemed like it was at an all-time high. I mean, like 30 million people were watching that match against Belgium, but I'm worried that it's going to just sink back to the level that it was with fans in the United States because of that performance against Belgium.
Well, my problem is, though, the way they lost to Belgium now makes it very disappointing for me.
Right.
Like the fact it wasn't even competitive.
That's what I was hoping for, something to where like because I was on the Buckeye show that night and it started and I basically got home at the start of the second half and I was like, yeah, I mean, this is basically already dead.
I felt the same way I did after the Miami game. where the performance was so like anemic that it put into question, like, did I really even watch anything successful the rest of the year?
There's no way that it came to an end like this for how much buildup and excitement there was to it. I mean, same for Ohio State and Miami. Like, we thought Ohio State was going to go on and make a national championship run for how good the season was and how good the games were for the United States men's national team leading up to it. It was like, yeah, like this, there's a real shot here. We're the better team potentially. Like, they were favored in that game. And just flamed out.
And it retrospectively made the other teams you played, like, because they were so weak leading up to it, it's like, did we actually like achieve anything?
Yeah.
Or did we just play crappy teams?
They set it up for the host nation to feel good about themselves and have a little fun until they ultimately flame out.
And they do it on purpose that way. Like, if you're the host nation, they put you in an easier draw. It's an easier group still, usually. So, yeah, it makes it look like, I hate watching teams I'm invested in just like 5 minutes in. And I'm like, there is no way in hell this could end well.
You can already, I know that feeling. You can already tell just how the game is trending. Like this, you're playing to the opponent's style of play.
Right.
And it was 100% that way because they looked timid. They looked scared. They weren't playing as aggressive. Yeah. And Belgium were the aggressors. And they were taking shots early on the United States, and they kept it on their end of the field. And it was like, the United States is turning it over all the time. Like, what are we doing here? This is not what it was in the games prior to this.
It reminds me of, and I'm saying this knowing neither one of you will get the reference. You young Thundercats.
Nate might have a better chance than I do.
That's his. That's
what are you trying to say there?
You're old. He's trying to say you're older than him. That's all he's trying to say right there. It was just rude. I'll tell you right now. Since Reimer started doing 10 TV, he's got a lot more comfortable.
He's gotten a little out of control.
Right, it's a lot more comfortable than he should be.
Whatever.
Nate, Rocky 3.
That is one of my favorite movies of all time.
Okay, now you're trying to make up for it. It's don't. By the way, I heard your voice crack there. You're going through puberty. Anyway,
my goodness.
Rocky 3. Remember, right before he was going to fight Clubber Lang.
Yes.
And Mickey, the trainer, the old guy, Burgess Meredith, says, like, you've never fought someone like this. Pretty much alludes to the fact that he set up tomato cans for Rocky all the time. He's never fought a real fighter.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what I'm with the U.S. When I watched it, I was thinking, you know what? All these tomato cans, all these different games. Now all of a sudden you got to play someone who's
Here's
real.
a guy who's here to kick your ass.
Right, yes. And that's what it felt like last night. It is so, I can think of a handful of moments in my life when a team I've been invested in, not financially, but that's a different subject, but emotionally. And like when Ohio State played against Missouri in the Cotton Bowl that year, when you had, was it Keenholz was quarterback that game, right?
Yes.
And he had not played at all because, anyway, and it was just, you saw there was no way in hell the Buckeyes were going to be able to put any points on the board. Like in that game, early I felt the same way. But I still have to watch the entire thing just in case I'm wrong, but I know I'm right. And then I get mad at the team, and I get mad at myself. I get mad at the team for making me mad at myself. Boy, my therapist got a field day if we start getting to this. If I can lay on the couch and start talking about this. But like, I hate seeing things like that with teams I'm invested in.
Yeah. Even worse, they give you that slight glimmer of hope with the free kick. It's like, oh my God, maybe they have a chance. Oh no, 10 seconds later, no.
Right, you couldn't even finish the sentence. You couldn't do it. It's like, okay, never mind that.
You know what? I felt that way with the Ohio State basketball team in the tournament this year.
Oh, in their first game.
First game because
the only game.
Because they got down early, and like TCU looked like the way more aggressive team in that game. They were playing to TCU's style, and Ohio State wasn't matching that.
Right.
And then like they give you that glimmer of hope in the second half to we're like, oh, we got a ball game here, guys. But then it just wasn't enough. It wasn't enough to get over the hump. I feel like that's been the story of Ohio State basketball a lot the last few years.
It has been. You're right. And that's the part that, and by the way, we'll hear from Jake Diebler later on in the show. As is typical for the case when I do the show sheets, about 90% is college basketball with Jacob Reimer. Not that he can't talk about anything else, because he does talk about everything throughout the week. No, you do. But I'm just saying, though, I know that I know what that I get. And this is why I enjoy working with you, Jacob.
Oh,
here we go. This is true. Is that I follow college basketball, but you follow it in all caps. I follow lowercase f, follow. You are all caps follow. And so when I get to the rare opportunity to work with you, what I enjoy is the fact that there's slivers of things you will tell me that will come out in our conversation that then I will pawing off as my own on Morning Juice next week.
Oh,
I'll find a way to work it in. I'll act like it's something off the top of my head.
You're welcome.
But it's something that Reimer's given me.
As I always say, the amateurs borrow from the best, the greats steal outright.
That's exactly right. That's a good way to look at it. I completely will steal some of the things. By the way, if you listen to Morning Juice, folks, if you're listening now, you'll hear something next week. There will be some kind of an Easter egg in there, and you'll hear it say, "Oh, yeah, that's right. That's what Reimer said." It's like, well, you hear it come from me.
Bruce Thornton's Summer League debut. They're going to be talking about that and his performances over the weekend.
27 points.
Oh my gosh, it was awesome.
Good for him.
It looked like Bruce Thornton out there. Like he was doing what he usually does. He was scoring at a high level. He was playing physical. He was using his body, backing down guys, being the mid-range king that he was, getting to the rim. It was awesome. And I felt like the biggest thing for him going into the draft was like the question mark was his defense. He had 3 steals in this game.
I love the fact also that they traded up to get him. That really says a lot.
Yes, that is the big thing for me too. Is like they see something in Bruce Thornton that they wanted to trade. Now every pick in the second round was traded,
Sure they were.
But it was the very first pick of the second round, borderline of first round pick for Bruce Thornton, and the Rockets traded up to take him. That says to me that they see something in him. They're going to give him a lot of run. I don't expect anything like spectacular, like a lead guard being a number one option because Kevin Durant's there and they got Sengun and everything. But like he can be a nice role piece for them coming off the bench. He's a great leader. If he steps up defensively, he can score the ball. We know like he's going to be able to give them a boost in some way, some shape or form. And this Summer League debut is a perfect example of that.
And what I love about the fact that the trade has happened also, it wasn't a trade that happened like middle of the first round, middle of the second round, where it's like a team's got 3-5 minutes, whatever it is, to make the pick. This was something that the first round ends.
Yeah.
And then you've got a whole night. And the Rockets, during that time, made the decision, we want this guy.
Yeah.
Because we want the first pick to make sure no one gets it. And so like it wasn't like a spur of the moment thing.
Right.
It was throughout the night, it's like, you know what? We're going to talk about this. What's everyone think about Bruce Thornton? Everyone raise their hand. What are your thoughts? You like it? You like it? Yeah, I like it too. Okay, let's try to figure out the best offer we can put out there for this pick and do it. And so that tells me how much they value him.
Yes. I still felt going into the draft that like with seeing mock drafts and like how things shaped out with certain players going back to college, that like he still could have been a mid-second round pick at highest. And I did not see it being this high. Basically a first round pick and a team taking a chance on him that high. And I love every bit of it for him because no player deserves it more. Everything that he went through at Ohio State, the highs and the lows. Yeah. He got to the NCAA tournament and he was a 4-time captain here. Like no one deserves it more. And I'm happy to see him succeeding in his very first game at the next level.
Coming up next, someone made a decision that wasn't the decision, but that person from the decision could still make a decision. How about that? Fan Sports Saturday on the Fan.
We're known for 3 things: games, conversation, and common man yelling about things only he cares about. The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
Listen to Financially Fit Radio with Corey Sickles this Saturday morning at 9 on 1460 AM, covering topics like what you need to know about annuities and how to stay healthy and enjoy retirement. Financially Fit Radio this Saturday morning at 9 on 1460 AM.
There's this thing repair people do nowadays.
Mappo's Plumbing. Sure. We do have a dispatch fee. It's $1 zillion.
A dispatch fee, a trip charge, going out to your house bill.
Bippity Bing Bong Electrical. Our trip charge is a nice new car.
But not Apex Pros, the pros who knows. When you call Apex for repairs on your AC, plumbing, or electric, there's no dispatch fee.
Thank you for calling Apex Pros. Why would we? Kinda silly to ask for money before we do anything, isn't it?
We give you an upfront price only after we know what's really going on. We think it's the right thing to do, instead of...
Slappy's AC, electric, plumbing, dry cleaning, haberdashery, and chiropractic. Of course we charge to come out. $1 kajillion, 3 diamond rings, and 2 exotic pets.
Apex Pros. Never a dispatch fee. Examples of competitive rates may have been slightly exaggerated.
Columbus loves Apex Pros. The pros who knows. ApexPros.com. Everybody thinks they're a great driver. Outlaw Motor Speedway gives you the chance to prove it. Experience professional racing simulators, full motion rigs, and some of the world's iconic tracks right here in Grandview. Race your friends, join a league, or bring the office out for an unforgettable corporate event. And when the checkered flag drops, keep the night going with great food and drinks here or next door at Agave and Rye. Then climb back in the driver's seat and see who's got what it takes. Book your race today at outlawsimracing.com. Hey, it's Anthony Rothman, and for the longest time, I figured the less I did, the less I'd hurt. Well, I figured wrong. Something always happens, and when it does, I've always gone to Orthopedic One, Central Ohio's most trusted orthopedic practice. They rank #1 in Ohio and top 5 in the nation for orthopedics. So whether you're struggling with ongoing pain or facing a sudden orthopedic injury, you can always schedule an appointment directly with their physicians. No referral required. Start with the specialists. Start at orthopedic1.com.
I'm Jeff Hogan. I've been a journalist at 10 TV for more than 20 years. I don't just report about our community, I belong to it. And that's why we care so deeply about getting it right. And when local journalism is done right, it moves. It moves you to act, to speak up, or lend a hand. And yes, it moves your heart through the kind of human storytelling that stays with you wherever you are. And at 10 TV, we're here for all of it. These are the stories that move Central Ohio.
We got a higher home appraisal after we put away our African art and family photos.
Has this happened to you because of race or national origin? Contact HUD at hud.gov/fair housing. A message from HUD and the National Fair Housing Alliance.
Well, Lorenzo, the pitch looked good.
Yeah, so green.
USA keeper was decent enough.
Didn't have much to do.
99 minutes.
Not a single goal. Well, Bet365 sure came through, though. I bet $10 and got $150 in bonus bets just for signing up.
At least someone scored.
Bet365. Winning is everything. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-MY-RESET. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Ohio. T's and C's apply. In-app only.
This is Mary at the Department of Rejected Dreams. If you had a dream rejected, IKEA can make it possible.
Hi, I've been dreaming of having an epic college setup.
But your college budget is less than epic.
Way less.
Well, with IKEA, you can get everything you need for college, from bedding to storage and decor, all at a great price.
That's good economics.
Sounds like someone just found their major.
Visit IKEA in-store or at ikea.us to get ready for college. IKEA, dream the possibilities.
When it comes to your roofing, siding, or gutter needs, call Newman Roofing. 614-NEW-ROOF. NewmanRoofing.com.
Relax and let Kroger Delivery handle your grocery shopping this week. We start with only the freshest items. Then carefully pack your order in our refrigerated trucks. And our cool trucks keep your food fresh right to your door. Fresh groceries your way with Kroger Delivery. And right now, you can save $20 on your first delivery order. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
What would it take for my child to only miss half a day of school for treatment?
What would it take to fund a cure for childhood cancer?
It would take all of us to come together to support the research. Join us. Go to childrenscancer.org today.
Have you ever met a man who wins money betting on tennis? Enter Scotty Vegas. Join Scotty and Dave Biddle for On the Money.
Presented by Ohio for Responsible Gambling.
Sunday mornings at 9 on The Fan. Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Happy Saturday. You've got dry conditions on your hands, but we do have chance of rain returning back into our forecast later this afternoon. Timing for that, I'm expecting around noon up until 4 or 5 o'clock today, and that's mainly going to be in our southern counties, but that doesn't count out an isolated shower or two for the rest of our area. Once that rain's out of here, though, you are dry the rest of this evening and dry up until later this week. I'm your 10 Weather Impact meteorologist, Lily Aldrich, with 97.1 The Fan.
We test marketed naming the show A Guy and His Butlers.
Oh, that is very touching.
But we thought Bishop and Friends had a better ring to it.
Weekday mornings at 9.
The Fan. Just because it's the weekend doesn't mean we shut up. This is Fan Sports Saturday.
Fan Sports Saturday. Tito, Reimer, and Nate with you until 1 o'clock. We are at 1 o'clock right there, Nate. Good time to ask you, right?
Yeah, right on air, yep.
Show prep.
I think Buckeye Replay is after us.
Oh, we do replay today?
We are. It's only Buckeye.
The first one of the summer.
Wow. Holy Buckeye starts at 1 o'clock. Okay.
Yeah.
That game against Purdue up there with Krenzel making the pass and Musburger on the call. I'm sorry. I don't want to spoil it. It should be a good game.
I think though it's going to be Paul on the call on Buckeye Replay.
Yes, on Buckeye Replay. I would think that'd be the case. I would think. But Paul didn't say Holy Buckeye, though, did he?
No.
It was Musburger.
It was Musburger.
Yeah.
All right. So we'll get to I don't think I've ever heard Lachey's reaction. That's what I really want to hear.
I don't think I have either.
Because we know Lachey's got some pretty good reactions.
I'm sure it's in the archives someplace. That
sure it is. Yeah,
we would be able to find it.
I know Paul's.
Or just listen later today.
I know Paul's call, but I cannot, off the top of my head, just remember what Lachey's reaction was.
Lachey's probably in the background scrking and hugging Skip or something like that.
Oh, my God. Do you believe in miracles? Yes. Nate mentioned the update to start the show that Wembanyama, and this is why I'm a pro, Nate, because you said in the update that Victor Wembanyama agreed to a maximum extension of 5 years, $252 million. And I started thinking to myself, I don't think that's accurate because he left money on the table. But you were right, because if he would have gone with the other way, it'd be the Supermax.
Yes.
Well done by you.
Thank you.
That he's got the 25% max instead of 30% Supermax and the 40% Super Duper Max, which never gets used. But anyway, so Wembanyama could have gone for 303. Instead, he goes for 252 over 5 years. I know, really tough to only make $252 million over the next 5 years. But anyway, it includes a player option in the fifth season there for Wembanyama.
I don't know. This is a big risk to take, I think.
Prove it to me, right, Signetti?
You know what? I respect that both, in the last week, Wemby and Donovan Mitchell both said, screw the extra money, we're signing.
Well, that's nice that you bring that up, because Jokic opted to wait for next year. I know completely different circumstances, and Jokic has been in this for a while, but do you know how much Jokic could be making by waiting to extend with the Nuggets?
5 for 330 or something?
So by waiting until the 2027 offseason, Jokic is eligible to sign a 5-year, $359.5 million contract as a free agent.
Jeez.
That contract would be the largest in NBA history and would see his career on-court earnings reach $724 million.
It's insane.
That is unbelievable. That's a nice life right there.
Yeah.
He can do so much with horses. After he might just sign this and get all the guaranteed money and then disappear and just go be with his horses.
So, a typical performance by him?
Yes.
Yeah, it is kind of cool they left money out there, but it's also, if someone offers you $5 million, $50 million, and just give me 45 and just give some more money. Get somebody else. I don't need all 50 million, but it's a lot of money. You're right. The amount of money. And if you ever want if you look on Basketball Reference, you can see every player's career earnings.
Yeah.
You will be amazed how much some very mediocre players are making in their careers.
Oh, yes. It's ridiculous. The money now is insane. I thought I saw a post last night, somebody brought up when LeBron re-signed with the Cavs.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a 2-year, $40-some million deal.
Right.
That was 12 years ago, wasn't it?
Right.
Something like that. And to see where we're at now with all these extensions and the type of millions of dollars that are being thrown out there for these guys, if your son can somehow find a way to get to the NBA, do all the training you can, because that money is ridiculous.
Mike Conley, I'm not saying he's mediocre. He's above average.
Yeah.
He's been a solid point guard for damn near 20 years now, I guess, has been in the NBA. He just signed Boston a $2.4 million contract. But he's never been one of the top 5 to 7 point guards in the NBA.
No.
He's always been steady, veteran leadership, never gets in trouble, things like that. All good things. Good leader. He's going to make more than three. He's going to make, after this season, I'll have over $300 million made in salary.
He's the highest paid Buckeye basketball player.
He has to be. You're right. I would think second.
Or he's, I think, in total of all Ohio State athletes, he's still very up there. I can't remember. It was put out by 11 Warriors, I think, a few weeks ago.
I would think that Evan Turner did pretty well for himself, but not near that well.
Yeah.
Or nearly that well. 182.
Mike Red, maybe.
Okay.
So would be up there.
182 so far. Well, actually, now it'd be 188 now after this season for D'Angelo Russell. And he's been an all-star, once maybe? Same as Conley, probably one time, I'm guessing. But has Russell ever? He was an all-star with Brooklyn in his fourth year.
I have the list.
You do? You have it? What do you got?
Yeah.
So, number 1 is Joey Bosa. Number 2 is Cam Hayward. Number 3 is Nick Bosa. And then and from there it's Mike.
Okay.
So what was number you said was Joey?
No, sorry.
No.
Sorry, it's Joey and then Mike is number 2.
How much is Joey? What's he at?
Joey is at 270.
I have that Mike's
Conley's
number 1
over now. Yeah, that might be old. That might be old then because Conley's over now.
It didn't have the new contract on there.
Yeah.
Well, even before that, he had 298 at the end of this season, and now he signed the other deal. So Conley surpassing him, and Bosa likely headed to retirement. It sounds like. For him, unless he does a switch, but it looks like though he's probably likely going to retire there. But I don't know what was Reds.
Reds was 101.
Okay.
Speaking of Conley, he's one of 4 players from the 2007 NBA draft who are still active.
Oh, really?
Can you tell me the other 3?
From that draft, I was going to say Odin, but I think he's been out of the league for a couple years.
Yeah.
I don't know. I couldn't even. I would. I would be. I know it's uncalled for. It's disrespectful. If I was worried about him listening to the show, I wouldn't have said it. Yeah. Okay, just give them to me.
Kevin Durant, Jeff Green, and Al Horford.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
I was stunned that Jeff Green was still in the league. But he's been with. He was. I think he's with the Rockets now. He's been with Kevin Durant like every step of the way. It feels like.
Was Jeff Green? Is that who drafted him? The Rockets? Do you know?
No, he's bounced around a lot.
I know who drafted him though originally. Like I know he got. I
think he started with the Thunder.
With the Thunder, did?
Well, the Sonics and then the Thunder.
Right. Trying to find that. That's from that draft. Jeff Green. I'm trying to look on the list here. So I'm curious to where he, what his earnings are.
Oh, Jeff Green's. Yeah, that's interesting. I'm sure it's definitely a lot.
Why can't I see him on this list anymore?
This is great radio.
If you had told me the person that is number 5 for the Buckeyes in NBA earnings, I would have called you a liar.
Who is it?
Costa Koufis.
Oh yeah, yeah. He.
How long was he in the NBA? I mean, it was a while.
Yeah. He had probably a good 7 to 9 year career. I bet. Right.
I just didn't think of it like that long. Yeah, he made $47 million.
From 2008, 2009 season to 2018 to 2019 season. So 10 years.
Yeah.
10-year NBA career.
Good for him on that one.
How about that?
All right. We never got to the LeBron stuff because we were busy looking up stats. But I'll tell you what.
Rich people.
That may have been the best segment in radio history right there.
You see, you say that now. Fish is listening. He's going to know we're acknowledging it's not a good segment. God, you have so much to learn. Coming up next, where could LeBron be headed? We'll do that next. This is Fan Sports Saturday on the Fan.
One bite in, you'll be saying that's hot as fire. Speedway's new hottest fire chicken sandwich turns up the temp. Eat the heat for $4.99 only at Speedway. Valid through 8/25/26. Participating stores. Exclude Speedy Cafe. See app for full terms.
Scotty Vegas here, and my new Bronco from Krieger Ford might go down as one of my best purchases of all time. I love it. The family loves it. I decided to get my wife's car some much-needed service. Krieger Ford conveniently picked up her car. I was prepared to spend a ton on repairs. Nope. They walked me through the problems, and it was fixed and brought back to our driveway in a day. Plus, saved me some money for some summertime parlays. The Krieger Ford experience is awesome. See for yourself at KriegerFord.com.
Get eco.
ECO. Jerry, you're the kind of guy who likes to save money while you do good for the planet, right?
Well, that's why I invented the biodegradable doggy poop bag, Aaron. I'm ecological and economical.
Well, usually the most economical thing you can do when your air conditioner dies is get it repaired. A quick fix can give you years more service.
That sounds economical.
But with older models, those repairs can get pretty expensive, and it'll still use way more energy than a newer model does.
Which is less ecological and less economical.
Get eco.
ECO. You see where I'm going with this, Jerry?
I sure do. As hard as it is to toss out your old AC and replace the whole thing, it could actually be cheaper in the long run.
Get eco.
ECO. Are you really a big deal in the poop bag industry, Jerry?
The doggos love me, Aaron.
Get eco.
ECO. Eco plumbers, electricians, and HVAC technicians. GetEco.com.
You can give a little, change a lot. The Salvation Army is partnering with Atlas Butler and Jets Pizza to support local families. Visit a Red Kettle at participating Kroger and Walmart stores Thursday through Saturday throughout July. SalvationArmyCentralOhio.org for locations.
Matty Ice is currently bathing himself in creamy jalapeno dip. And I've officially run out of ways to tease this show. Rothman and Ice.
Weekdays at noon.
The Fan. Instead of annoying national people talking to you this weekend, we've opted for annoying local people. This is Fan Sports Saturday.
It is Fan Sports Saturday. Show starts now. Right now, the show starts. You can kill those first two segments.
I thought the first segment was good.
All right, whatever. Anyway. We just went through the order, and there was a number 9 hitter just came up in that last segment. Now we're back to the top. Leadoff man. It's Tito. It is Reimer. It is Nate. The Todd Father's in the chat. So if you want to hop on there and talk to Todd Father about Jacob Reimer, ask him any questions you want about Jacob's growing up, things like that, anything you want to get, any kind of dirt.
No, we don't need that.
Ask questions about that.
We don't need that.
You can do it. It's Todd Father's in the chat. So
can the Todd Father post pictures?
I imagine, yeah. Let's get
okay.
Let's do it. Yeah,
we're not doing that. There's plenty of like pictures of younger Jacob out there. I actually think the Fan used one for a social media post.
Did they really?
Yeah, because I had a picture in the paper from, I think I was like 10 years old from a free throw contest.
In the newspaper?
Yeah.
Wow. The Fan didn't use it in a newspaper. The Fan uses it on social media. The newspaper.
No, because if you just search my name, there's pictures of me out there.
By the way, you know what he just did right there, Nate?
He just admitted he Googles himself?
Yeah, he just told you, Google me. Just, you know who I am. Google me. I'm Jacob Reimer. Google me. You know who I am. Like Al Cowling's over here. You know who I am? Telling you, this dude right here, man, he is something else. LeBron James. Let's go back from the celebrity status. Let's take a step back from Jacob Reimer to LeBron James. And this past week we had the 16th anniversary of the decision.
That's crazy. I'm so old.
I don't know why he does this. Anyway,
I'm just saying, like I was a kid when the decision happened.
I've got a shirt that might be older than Reimer on right now.
No, it's not. It says 2015 on it.
I still was in my last couple of weeks of being a radio intern when that happened.
Okay, so he makes the decision.
I was in middle school.
I would say that it is. I had a 10-year-old son at that point. I would say that it is the only major misstep in LeBron's career.
Okay.
As far as dealing with the media goes. Now, you could point to that one thing he said when he was kind of a neat thing. He said that he was being criticized when was the Heat lost the Celtics maybe in the playoffs. And he said something like, everyone's complaining right now. They're having the same personal problems tomorrow they had today kind of thing. He did do that.
Mm-hmm.
He did do the thing with Wade and Bosch on the stage where he's like, not 2, not 3, not 4, that kind of thing.
Cringe.
Okay. But the thing he did though with the decision, though, I think was the biggest misstep. And for a guy entering his 24th NBA season now, and no one I know of in any sport has had as clean of an off the court reputation, off the field, off the pitch, off the whatever, off the diamond, for this long after being hyped this much for this long.
Yes, 100% agree with that.
Maybe Bryce Harper is some of that as far as like on the Sports Illustrated cover when he's in high school, and then he's really done a decent job of. You don't hear about any drug problems, any domestic violence stuff, none of that kind of stuff. But LeBron's got to make his decision soon, I would think. And I said all along, and I don't think it can happen now because after the recent signing, who did the Spurs just sign? They signed
Tobias Harris.
The fact they signed him, I don't know if they could actually get LeBron now, but I always thought LeBron going to the Spurs would be a fantastic.
No, because when that did happen, there was a sentence put out there that the Spurs are now out of the running to sign LeBron James with the addition of Tobias Harris.
All right, so LeBron can't go there. And the way that his agent made it sound, that, when the Knicks won it, that kind of took the Knicks off the list because LeBron wants to go to a team to help them win.
And Rich Paul was saying in a podcast that if the Knicks didn't win, he would be wearing the blue and orange.
It'd be a no-brainer. Yeah, right.
Which is crazy.
Yeah, it is. And so what do you think would be what do you think is going to happen in this and what should happen? Like if LeBron, let's say LeBron really just wants to win a title. let's say it's this whole thing. It's not, I'm not worried about like the sentimental stuff or whatever, but he wants to win a title with a team that hasn't won one for a while. Where should he go?
Honestly, I think his best shot is with the Cavs.
You think the Cavs?
It's the Cavs or the Sixers.
Yeah, the Sixers too. Yeah.
I think we can agree that East is a much easier road than the West.
Honestly, I like the Sixers roster outlook now a lot more than I do with the Cavs.
After they made that big signing, it's like LeBron on this team would be kind of scary.
Yes, and like there's not enough balls to go around in Cleveland with Donovan Mitchell and James Harden already there. You're going to have three guys that are very ball dominant. So I still feel like it's probably like the Cavs are like the most likely landing spot and a strong case if he wants to go out on a ring. But I'm with you on the Sixers because they got Maxey, they just got Jaylen Brown, of course. They got Joel Embiid if he's healthy. LeBaron Philon they drafted in the draft, who I think is going to be a steal of this draft. So there's definitely a lot of nice pieces. VJ Edgecombe, the rookie that they got last year, like there's a lot of nice pieces to where you can just put LeBron right in there and facilitate everything. That would be really nice. I don't see a similar fit with Cleveland.
Plus, they got Anthony Simons right in Philadelphia, too. They added him from...
Yes.
They added him as well from Portland. Right?
Well, he was with Chicago.
Right, Chicago.
And then, they did sign him. Yes, that guard room is pretty crazy, actually.
So, I guess what scares you more, Embiid's health or Harden in the postseason?
Harden in the postseason?
That's the thing I look at. It's like, now, the positive side of that is that the Cavs would probably be less heavy lifting for James in the regular season. Well, not much. It'd be less in Philly. But it won't be like it's something where LeBron's got to carry them in the regular season, but he does have to carry them in the playoffs. And maybe that does appeal to him, being the number 2 guy in the playoffs. Because if I'm the Cavs, I would just I would bench Harden for the playoffs entirely. I don't care what his regular season. Bench him. Just bench him. Don't put him in there because he's net negative.
Yes.
They won't do that. But anyway, but in Philly, you got the Joel Embiid thing. Now, here's the other thing, too, that might be a reason for LeBron. Let's say it's even. Let's say he thinks the Cavs and Sixers are both even. I could win just as easily, just as my chances of winning are about the same with either franchise. It's a bigger letdown if he goes to Cleveland and doesn't get it done than if he goes to Philly and they don't get it done. It's also a bigger win, I think, for LeBron's legacy if he goes to Philly and gets it done versus going to Cleveland. If he goes to Philly and gets it done, he will have been the major player on 4 different franchises winning titles. He's already won in Cleveland.
I don't think that's ever happened.
Never been done. Where someone's done that with 4, been the main guy. And other people have bounced around and won other titles. I mean, Robert Horry. Robert Horry, great player, was never like the main scorer or anything like that.
Right.
So if he could do it with 4 different franchises, never been done before, that's kind of a enticing thing, I think.
Okay. I think I'm with that because I was kind of leaning, if he went to Philly, it would be a bigger letdown because their goal is to win a title with this move.
Sure.
The Cavs, it's a feel-good story if he ends his career with the Cavs.
It is the storybook ending if he goes back to Cleveland and wins it.
Right, but like he's already done so much for Cleveland that does he really need to do more?
Right.
So if he really wants to boost his legacy, like the Sixers would be the play.
Yeah.
It is the storybook ending if he ends with Cleveland and wins a title, but the Sixers, they seem to be all in right now, which I'm not saying the Cavs aren't because the Cavs 100% should be with Donovan Mitchell and trying to optimize on the contract that you just gave to him. But like the Sixers are trying to get to that level. And if you go and get LeBron, that's an even more case of like we need to win right now with this.
Sixers have not won a title since 1983. So you're talking 43 years right there without them winning a title, right? 17, 26, 43, yes.
They probably haven't even been to a conference final since Allen Iverson.
Could be. You might be right about that, right? Is that accurate? That might be accurate. They lost the finals with Iverson. I know that.
I can't think of any other great teams that the Sixers have had that have gone that far because like the only other time they were a 1 seed was with Ben Simmons and they flamed out to the Hawks in the...
Yeah, not since 01.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Because remember, we had all the trust the process, and that process has been going for like 15 years now.
Right. So that might also be an enticement there. In fact, you can go. I mean, Cleveland's obviously won one more recently, 10 years ago. But if
LeBron can complete the process.
Yes, he can. He can. Coming up next, John Gerber, our golf betting expert, is going to join us. This is Fan Sports Saturday on the Fan.
Wake up with the Fan. Eat lunch with the Fan. Go to bed with the Fan. Dream about the Fan. Then change your sheets. Gross.
Ew, you guys are gross, but stick around in case I don't find anyone else.
The Fan.
Need a roof you can count on? Ramos Roofing has protected homes and businesses throughout Ohio for almost 20 years. Whether it's a leaky roof, storm damage, new siding, or new gutters to protect your foundation, Ramos Roofing delivers quality materials, professional installation, and honest service every time. Get your free roof or exterior assessment today and ask about Ramos Roofing's no-interest financing options. Call 614-761-7663 or visit online at ramosroofingohio.com.
Veterans and active duty service members, when your call to service ends, your mission doesn't have to. Go from GI to IT in just a few months at My Computer Career. Prepare for a high-demand career in cybersecurity, protecting people, systems, and institutions from real cyber threats. Cyber warriors are needed now. Will you answer the call? Go to mycomputercareer.edu/CWP to learn more. That's mycomputercareer.edu/CWP, an elite CompTIA certification partner. VA education benefits are available to those who qualify.
Making ends meet matters for Ohio families. Congressman Mike Carey is working to help you keep more of what you earn and get the benefits you deserve. Mike Carey supported the Social Security Fairness Act, helping ensure public servants like teachers, firefighters, and police officers receive the full benefits they've earned. And Mike Carey is working to deliver tax relief for more Ohioans. Congressman Carey backed historic tax cuts for working families and seniors. That plan eliminated taxes on tips and overtime, expanded the child tax credit, and provided thousands in tax relief for Ohio seniors. Because whether you're working, raising a family, or planning for retirement, every dollar matters. Visit carey.house.gov to learn more or get help accessing benefits or dealing with a federal agency. Congressman Carey's office is here to help and fighting to help your family keep more of what you earn. Paid for with official funds from the office of Congressman Mike Carey.
What defines Ohio? A place that dares to go first and never looks back. There's no slowing us down. In Ohio, we're powering America, discovering breakthroughs, driving the future, propelling tomorrow. At Jobs Ohio, our mission is clear. Strengthen job opportunities and empower Ohio's workforce. Ohio, our time is now. See Ohio's momentum at jobsohio.com/Ohio's time.
This is Lieutenant Governor Jim Tressel. If you're driving and take a quick glance at your phone, more can happen than you might think. Because taking your eyes off the road for even just a moment is like driving the entire length of a football field blind. Don't let those few seconds distract you from what's right in front of you. Phones down, eyes up, Ohio.
Save big money on everything for your next project when you shop at Menards. Check out our huge selection of bagged concrete mixes. Whether you're pouring a walkway, a concrete slab, or setting a post, we have the right product at the best price to start your project today. Shop our entire selection of concrete mixes in store and on Menards.com. Plus, check out the weekly flyer for more great deals happening now.
Save big money at Menards.
Got a craving for scratch-made food, ice-cold 29-degree beer in every game on wall-to-wall TVs? Head to Twin Peaks, your ultimate sports lodge. Great views, killer eats, colder beer, Twin Peaks. Eats, drinks, scenic views.
Summer doesn't start until you've had UDF peach ice cream. Made with hand-picked peaches at our dairy right here in Ohio. So have a peach sundae, a peach shake, a peachy cobbler ice cream quake, and start your summer now. Only at United Dairy Farmers.
There's this thing repair people do nowadays.
Mapo's Plumbing. Sure, we do have a dispatch fee. It's $1 zillion.
A dispatch fee, a trip charge, going out to your house bill.
Bippity Bing Bong Electrical. Our trip charge is a nice new car.
But not Apex Pros, the pros who knows. When you call Apex for repairs on your AC, plumbing, or electric, there's no dispatch fee.
Thank you for calling Apex Pros. Why would we? Kinda silly to ask for money before we do anything, isn't it?
We give you an upfront price only after we know what's really going on. We think it's the right thing to do, instead of
Slappy's AC, electric, plumbing, dry cleaning, haberdashery, and chiropractic. Of course we charge to come out. $1 kajillion, 3 diamond rings, and 2 exotic pets.
Apex Pros. Never a dispatch fee. Examples of competitive rates may have been slightly exaggerated.
Columbus loves Apex Pros. The pros who knows. ApexPros.com.
We at The Fan have created a show where you can be a homer, a hater, or whatever you want to be. Sunday mornings at 8.
It's the Fan Call-In Show, presented by the Sportsbook at Hollywood Casino Columbus. Must be 21. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-589-9966. The Fan Guest Hotline is sponsored by Airflow Heating and Cooling and Bryant, doing whatever it takes to keep you and your home comfortable. The Fan.
Sports talk, weekend style. You're listening to Fan Sports Saturday.
All right, Fan Sports Saturday. Tito, Jacob Reimer, Nate Poolerball. And now we are joined by John Gerber at J. Gerber PGA Pro, co-host of the most popular golf podcast in the state of Ohio. From the Rough on FanStream Sports. He does that with Tim Ham. Tim Ham, the only Tim I know that spells his first name with 2 M's, by the way. Gerb joins us here now on the Bryant Heating Cooling System Fan Guest Hotline. John, good morning. Thanks for taking time, buddy. We appreciate that. Scotty Scheffler missed the cut. How big of a deal is that?
Good morning, fellas. Well, it just kind of depends. I mean, if you're a Scotty Scheffler fan, and it's a big deal. If you're not, then it's not a big deal. Those streaks are meant to be broken at some point. He's. My sentiments, we talked about this yesterday. Is there something in the water with, I live in Dallas, and there's something in the water with these Dallas guys that like to cry all the time. And it just gives me a little break this weekend because I'm tired of listening to Scotty Scheffler cry all the time. But, I think it's, he has a short memory. I think it'll just be one of those things. He'll brush it off pretty easy and be ready for next week. But, yeah, I don't think it's a bigger deal than what maybe people think. I mean, 78 straight cuts in a row is pretty good in this era.
The Genesis Scottish Open going on right now, and a couple things. First, I want to know how your betting card is looking for the week for this tournament, and for if you have any head-to-heads for today, and then also want to get your take on how much does this tournament affect your outlook for the Open Championship the British Open. Let's call it the British Open, not being formal here. The British Open next weekend.
It will be the British Open, and we're going to call it the British Open. That's it. We're looking pretty strong. We're looking a lot stronger in the ISCO down in Louisville dual event this week, which I love, this week and next week. So there's a lot of betting opportunities. It's a little bit more of an investment, but we're looking strong. We have Bobby McIntyre right there at 33-1. Hometown guy, home country guy. Crowds are going to be pulling for him for sure. We got Corey Connors and Brian Harmon in the top 10. They sit really well right there. And Nick Taylor at plus 440 to finish in the top 20. So we're looking strong. We're down for the year. We're down minus 460, 32, 17, and 8. And we're very transparent when it comes to that. This is the hardest betting year we've had. If anyone's telling you that the way we play, that they're up money, they're lying to you, because no one in the country is. I talk to these guys all the time. But the ISCO, we're looking really strong in ISCO. I was down there all week covering. Steven Yeager we have sitting at 28-1, Chan Kim at 55-1. And something that we did this at ISCO is top 10s. We did 4 top 10s as opposed to top 10s and top 20s, and 3 of our 4 are sitting there in the top 10 with Denny McCarthy, Mackenzie Hughes, Tom Hoagie, and Joe Damon. So we're looking really strong. Listen, Tito, turn the TV off, please, because every time you watch going into Sunday, we go from the penthouse to the outhouse. So please go do something the next couple of days, please.
That's fine.
Gerb, I was wondering where these couple of weeks in the golf season kind of stack up for you, because to me it's like one of my favorites in the calendar year, because I don't know if it's just the sicko in me, but I love waking up at 4 or 5 in the morning and just turning on and watching golf because I love the British Open. I love link style golf. I don't know if that's where you're at with it, but where does these couple of weeks kind of rank for you?
Yeah, I'm the same as you. Yeah, we are sick for sure to be able to do that. But some of us are just getting in at night, and some of us are waking up to watch it. So it could be just it kind of depends on where you are. But yeah, I love it also. But I like it the dual events, and we're going to see a lot more of that in the next couple of years on the PGA Tour, because you can watch the British Open, and then you have the alternate field event you can watch in the afternoon. So for golf lovers, it's certainly the ultimate. And I think if you go back and look at it, and Tito, to your earlier question, how much credit do I put this week to next week? I put a lot, because the adjustments and the golf courses are playing very similar. That's why they've kind of built these weeks back to back for Scottish and the British Open. Guys are attracted to come early, getting used to these types of conditions in the golf course. This golf course that they're playing this week is going to be really similar to Birkdale that they're playing next week. Last time they played there, 2017, and Jordan Spieth won, so maybe a resurrection and good vibes for Jordan. But yeah, Jacob, I'm with you. I love getting up in the morning and watching golf all day.
Obviously the British Open, it presents a different challenge than the other major championships. Tom Watson, what he won, I think 5 out there is what he was at. And I know he damn near won another one much later in life when he was in his 60s there. But what kind of player, is there a certain kind of player on the tour you look at and say, this guy's going to be this kind of this style of play, this link style of play really suits him well?
Yeah, creativity certainly is one of the things. You can get away a little bit. You look at the past winners at Birkdale, if you look at Ian Baker Finch and Mark O'Meara and Jordan Spieth, they weren't revered as the longest guys out there, and that's kind of something when you play the British Open. You don't need a ton of length. You just need some creativity depending on how the golf course is playing. Normally it plays pretty firm, so you get some run out there. And, there's no substitute for being a good putter. And all 3 of those guys that won at Birkdale were good putters. And Jordan obviously is a good putter. So creativity and putting with some of those greens is certainly the keys that I will look for next week. But it's going to be exciting. The weather is always going to be a factor. You can kind of look at the draws and see who could get the bad weather, but it looks like it's not going to be that bad, similar to what they're going to have this week. So, I think it's maybe the weather is not going to be nearly as factor as it usually is in the past.
That finish from Spieth in 2017 doesn't get even more creative, too. Like, that was one of the crazier finishes that I can remember. Like, he's taking a drop on the driving range and saving bogey, and then he's nearly jarring it on the very next hole. He goes eagle birdie and just has a crazy finish. But looking at the past champions, 4 of the last 5 have been Americans. Jordan Spieth was an American there in 2017 that won it. Sam Burns, you were mentioning putters. He's a hot putter. I'm going to make this a twofer. Do you like an American to continue this trend, and could it be Sam Burns?
Yeah, I think Sam Burns, his caddy is a local caddy from Columbus that I've known for a long time, and we're trying to get in touch with him to see how Sam feels, but he's never going to be out of the mix. Sam's a guy that, winning the match play kind of pole vaulted him a little bit when he won a few years ago the World Golf Championship. I think he's finally battle tested a little bit. He's been in that mix, last year at the U.S. Open. Being in those, last or 2 years ago, being in that final group has helped him a lot. I just think he needs that little nudge to push him over the edge. What happens in the last round, his scoring average goes up by 2 or 3 shots. He just feels a little bit unnerved there when it comes to that. So, yeah, I think he's certainly going to have a chance. I mean, he's been in that situation enough to, like I said, the scars are probably gone a little bit now. So he's probably going to be in our mix. He's a ball striker and he's creative. So, yeah, certainly having him on our card are going to look for him for sure.
He is at Jay Gerber, PGA Pro. John Gerber joining us here, FanStream Sports, co-host of the From the Rough podcast. Fantastic listen. Go check that out wherever you get your podcasts. That he does that with Tim Ham. But Gerb, we mentioned Tom Watson, and I don't know. I think I remember a story where you may have gotten disrespected by Tom Watson recently. Is that true?
Well, really, you're really going to bring that up? I told you that in confidence yesterday, and you why do you want to do this? Let's just say he was pretty safe. It was pretty safe for him to say that the tournament that I played in his Invitational last week in Kansas City, and it was safe to say that the course record, he didn't think I had the course record at the facility that we were playing. So he didn't bother to ask me, but he asked everyone else in the field. So we'll keep it that short. And then I just decided to snap hook it off the first tee, and it kind of confirms notion that I didn't have the course record at that golf course. So thank you for mentioning that.
You still made 5 though, Gerb. Listen, I told Ryan the story before the show, and
not a par 6. It wasn't a par 6.
But I told Ryan the story before the show, and I did not mention him about you snap hooking it. I did not say it. You outed yourself on that one. Okay. All I said was that Watson didn't ask you.
No.
Okay. What
you were going to mention it when I got off the air. Because, yes,
we'll never know.
I know how this works.
We'll never know. We'll never know, Gerb, because you beat me to it. But nonetheless, he asked the other guys about their best scores out there in your group. What's your best score at that course, and was it better than those young Thundercats' best scores?
Yes, it was, and indeed it was better than. But he just decided not to ask me because I was the oldest player in the field besides him, sitting on the first tee. I was over. Why are you getting me upset?
Gerb, we appreciate the time. Thank you so much, as always. At Gerb PGA Pro, go find all the picks, and you got head-to-heads. Very transparent. He'll tell you exactly how well they're doing. If they have a down week, he'll tell you that as well. But if you stick with his picks, you'll make money for the year. Gerb, thanks, brother.
Appreciate you, fellas. Talk to you next week.
All right, that was John Gerber. Snap hook that in. I was going to bring that up. I did not tell you that part, Reimer, on purpose.
I'm impressed that he still saved a 5, though.
He did say 5, yes. But yeah, after that, Watson says that to him, and then he snap hooks it and let's start off on the right foot. Coming up next, top of the hour, we'll get a Sports Center update there from Nate. A pretty cool thing is happening, but it could be even cooler. We'll do that. Fan Sports Saturday on the Fan.
We've been your Jackets flagship station since day one. All the goals, all the action, all the memories. Your home for the Columbus Blue Jackets, the Fan, Ohio sports destination.
This is Mary at the Department of Rejected Dreams. If you had a dream rejected, IKEA can make it possible.
Hi, I've been dreaming of having an epic college setup.
But your college budget is less than epic.
Way less.
Well, with IKEA, you can get everything you need for college, from bedding to storage and decor, all at a great price.
That's good economics.
Sounds like someone just found their major.
Visit IKEA in-store or at IKEA.us to get ready for college. IKEA, dream the possibilities.
No! USA is up 2-0. That is the most dangerous lead in soccer.
Relax, Mike.
See that, Dan? My left eye is twitching. That's my warning eye. It'll be 2-2 by stoppage time. It's never wrong.
With early payout from Bet365, I got paid the second they went up 2 goals. So to me, it's now the safest lead.
Early payout from Bet365, huh? Now my right eye is twitching, Dan.
Bet365. Winning is everything. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-MY-RESET. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Ohio. T's and C's apply. In-app only.
Thank you for calling 1-800-GOT-JUNK. We make room for possibilities.
We've loaded the moving van and we're leaving a ton of stuff at our old address. Can you make it disappear?
All you have to do is point.
Can you come right now?
We're on our way.
We make space for hope.
We make space for dreams.
We make space for what matters.
We are 1-800-GOT-JUNK.
Let us make room for your possibilities.
We can make your house happier.
And your future brighter.
Call 1-800-GOT-JUNK.
Or visit 1-800-GOT-JUNK.com.
At Great Lakes Hyundai, the savings are so good.
It's time for sun and savings at Great Lakes Hyundai. Right now, get a new 2060 Elantra SE for $59 per month for a 2-year lease. Just $59 a month for the drive into summer sale. This month only. Plus, every new Hyundai comes with owner assurance and America's best warranty. A 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain coverage. Dublin or Columbus or glakeshyundai.com. With approved credit $39.95 down. Plus tax, title, first month's payment. 7,500 miles per year. Ends 8/3.
Enjoy more ways to save at Kroger, like low prices in every aisle. And you can clip and save more with digital coupons in the Kroger app. Plus, you can earn fuel points to save up to $1 per gallon at the pump. So it's always easy to save big. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Savings may vary by state. Fuel restrictions apply. See site for details.
Did you know you can save up to $35 on your next fill-up? Redeem your points for big savings at the pump. Exclusions apply. See site for details. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
For over 30 years, Newman Roofing has earned the trust of homeowners by putting customers first and giving back to the communities we serve. From roofing and siding to gutters, every project gets the white glove treatment. Call 614-NEW-ROOF or visit newmanroofing.com.
After my accident, people warned me to slow down. I said, I don't know how. Thanks to my VA care team, I haven't.
At VA, we're using technology to help veterans recover faster and live their lives to the fullest. Learn more at vacareers.va.gov/PSA.
Broadcasting live from the McDaniel GM Superstore Studios. Driving excellence since 1916. Chevrolet. Together, let's drive. WBNS HD1 Columbus.
I'm Nate Putterbaugh with your sports update. The Cincinnati Reds got back in the win column last night, blinking the Cubs 4-0. Hunter Green struck out 12 in the win. Game 2 of that series comes your way this evening down in Cincinnati. First pitch is at 7:10. Slade Ciccone is on the mound. He duels Javier Assad. Catch the action right here on The Fan. The Cleveland Guardians moved back into a statistical tie with the White Sox in the AL Central last night, beating the Marlins 3-2. Parker Messick had 6 strong innings of one-hit, one-run baseball. Afternoon baseball, Miami sees Tanner Bybee take on Yuri Perez. First pitch is at 4:10. World Cup quarterfinal action today sees Norway take on England at 5 and Argentina take on Switzerland in the nightcap. NBA news sees Wemby sign a 5-year, $252 million max extension with the Spurs. And in golf, Scottie Scheffler misses the cut for the first time in 78 events in Scotland. Jordan Smith, Rory McIlroy, and Tom Kim head to the weekend with the lead. Breaking sports news and weapons of The Fan, Ohio Sports Destination.
During weekend programming, pants are optional.
Look at my butt!
However, leather chairs may have been a bad choice. You're listening to Fan Sports Saturday.
Fan Sports Saturday. Thank you to John Gerber for joining us at Jay Gerber PGA Pros, where you can find him. He's going to be out there at Rothman's outing for the Rothman's got the outing at Little Turtle on August 24th.
Oh, nice.
And Gerb's out there playing with us, so you can meet Gerb if you're out there in the outing if you'd like to.
What is your guys' expected score?
Okay, so here's the thing. Obviously, Gerb's a damn good golfer. Tim May's playing in our group, and my buddy Brian's playing with us as well. It's our foursome there.
You say that like they're not that good.
No. Well, I don't know how good Tim May is.
That was my thoughts.
Okay, I don't know how good Tim May is. I know if they ever use one of my shots from more than like 110 yards, that's a bad sign.
Say something terrible is going wrong.
Yeah, like it's not. There's no way they can use my drive ever. But the thing is with Tim May, when I told him that Gerb was playing with us, and Tim's like, "Oh, we're going to win then," and so I told Gerb that. It's a lot of pressure on Gerb because he is going to have to.
He's going to have to carry.
Yeah,
he's going to have to get some ice for his back after.
He is really good, though. He's fun to play. He's fun to play to scramble with because I shouldn't say it's never. You are rarely trying a putt from more than 10 feet out.
Okay.
Well, if you're always within 5 feet for par.
Yeah.
But sometimes you may have a 15 or 20 foot birdie putt. But you're never like chipping in for a birdie. You're not going to do any kind of that kind of stuff, which is Gerb's just steady that way.
Well, you better hope he doesn't snap hook off the tee.
I'm telling you, man, that was disappointing he did that. Anyway, Gerb. So thanks to John Gerb for joining us here on the Brian Heating Cooling System Fan Guest Hotline. Something I know that Jacob Reimer is excited about is this outdoor preseason doubleheader going to take place in Cincinnati this year with Ohio State and Xavier in Cincinnati and Dayton. It's going to happen October 7th, and it's like I said, it's an outdoor event. It's exhibition season still.
How do you feel about that, it being outdoors?
I like the idea of it.
Yeah.
But I want this stuff to count.
Yeah. I'm with you.
It's called the CareSource Invitational. Wondering from Jake Diebler here. This is from he was on Bishop and Friends on how the CareSource Invitational came about.
And this has been a work in progress for coming up on close to 3 years and really 3 off seasons. We were close before, but there's so many different people that have to be aligned to kick something like this off, and we finally got to that point, and we're excited to be a small part of it. So really looking forward to the event in October, and it's important because the basketball community in this state, it deserves something like this. It's good for everybody. You got 4 storied programs. I'm a byproduct of the basketball community in this state, and so I think it's a way for us to give back a little bit as well.
I'll play one more here really quickly before we comment on it because you brought up the outdoor part, and here's Diebler talking about what the idea of the playing outside came from.
I think there's a lot of people involved in the decision making, and when that idea was presented to me personally, and after talking to Ross, we were like, great, let's do it. So where the idea originated, I'm not exactly sure, but once it was presented to us, we were fully on board.
I want them to play outdoors with the double rims in a chain net.
Gosh.
In a chain net. I want it to be true playground.
I'm with you on the chain net because I do like the sound of a chain net. But we don't need that double rim. They're already going to be dealing with the elements anyways. With the wind, you don't know like what kind of weather. I mean, if it is in there that if it rains or there's inclement weather, they're going to play at Dayton.
Right.
But I mean, I'm with you on the chain net. I don't need the double rims.
Okay, if rain,
just do it. Just do it at a park then. If you're
that's fine.
Doing that,
Sweet. Okay, rain or inclement weather. You say would they consider it's wind inclement weather? If it's now granted, like if it's how strong does the wind have to be?
No, I think you can play through that. I mean, they played through it on the aircraft carrier.
They did. I just didn't know.
There's definitely way more wind out on the ocean than inside a tennis center.
You would think. But this is something that, I wish it counted. I wish they would do this every single year, and I wish they do it as a tournament.
Yeah.
Where it'd be like the winners play the next day, the losers play the next day, that kind of thing. Like do it on don't say all back-to-back. No, you play back-to-back in the conference tournament every year also. Do a back-to-back thing. It could be a Saturday, Sunday, a Friday, Saturday. I don't care how you want to do it, and play for a trophy.
The Ohio Cup.
Yes.
As much as I'm with you on that as wanting it to be some kind of a tournament. I 100% do want it to be a regular season game, an event. But the only thing that will hold that up is the Xavier Cincinnati part of it because of the crosstown shootout.
Sure.
And which, I mean, you're getting it twice potentially.
Right.
Which that would be really cool with how intense those games get. But it also depends on locations. Like if they're already set up to play at Cincinnati, and like if we're rotating arenas, that's how I've kind of pictured it. Like we'd 1 year play it at Ohio State, 1 year play it at Dayton, 1 year play at Cincinnati and Xavier. But like if they're already scheduled to play at Cincinnati or Xavier and the event's also happening there, then that kind of then gives Xavier a tough advantage of having to play at Cincinnati twice. So
I have the solution to that.
Sure.
If you're playing at Xavier or Cincinnati to avoid that, grab a MAC school.
I would love it. I would love the previous year's MAC champion. I'd love the previous year MAC champion. If you win the MAC championship, win their tournament, one of your rewards
grab the
is you get to play in
Bobcats.
this.
Yes, exactly. Miami of Ohio, Akron. So one of those teams. I'm completely cool with that.
Yeah, I would love that also. I would love that as well. But I think it's long overdue doing something like this.
Yes.
But I hope they somehow, in some way, can incorporate this into a regular season.
You got to test it out. We got to see how this goes with an exhibition and if they can turn this into a regular season event. They can't they got to feel it out. It's the feeling out process stage of the relationship. And then maybe next year or a couple of years from now, we can make it there. Diebler has said, like, you don't know, like, where it's going to end up at. But, I mean, I think he would like it to be a regular season game, too. And, like, all four of these programs for sure have NCAA tournament aspirations, if not more.
Yeah.
So, like, the games are going to be meaningful to begin with because of that, because they want to boost their resume to give them a solid seed or help their chances at getting into the NCAA tournament. But it's also going to be great for the state of Ohio if you do that. I've been saying this since the news has come down. I like to think of the Old Crossroads Classic in Indiana with Purdue, Indiana, Notre Dame, and Butler.
Yeah.
And they would rotate matchups each year. They'd play it at the Pacers Stadium. Now they do kind of something where, like, Purdue and Indiana are playing another high major school. It's not the same as what it used to be. It's like the Indy Classic or something like that. But it's still where you get all four high major programs in the state together for one day, and you just let them go at it. And I think that'd be the perfect opportunity for the state of Ohio to do something like that.
Also, they're going to have to do something about the TV for this.
Yeah.
The TV for this stinks.
Is it supposed to be on someplace?
It's Spectrum.
Oh, okay.
And then YouTube TV.
Okay. So it is supposed to be on YouTube
Supposedly.
TV? Okay. That's fine because, like, I mean, I have YouTube TV, but, like, I thought it wasn't going to be televised at all, and, like, you had to get tickets for it. At least that's the first reporting that I had seen.
I had heard Spectrum.
Do we know what the capacity is there?
It's like 22.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Let's skip that third clip. We're going to play this last one here about Jake Diebler, or John Diebler, one of the Dieblers. This might be Jake Diebler talking to John Diebler for all I know, but updating on the rest of the exhibition and non-conference schedule.
We want to do at least one home live exhibition and then one private, I think, is the format of the three. We're still finalizing those details. We're waiting on. We'll have updates on our non-conference schedule here real soon. We're just waiting on some of the contracts to be finished, but every game is set. So once that stuff is across the line, we'll announce that. We're going to play a really tough non-conference schedule to help us get ready for what I think is going to be the deepest and best league in the country.
We won't know if this was the right call or not for this tough schedule non-conference. We won't know until we see how their season ends. Right? I mean, because it's every year with Michigan State, when Izzo does this, and it gets them ready for a tough Big Ten. The Big Ten is loaded.
Yes.
It's ready for a tough Big Ten. And then on top of that, it gets them ready for the NCAA tournament. And if Ohio State would happen to have a not-so-great non-conference record because of the schedule, and then get beat up in the Big Ten, and then either miss the tournament altogether or get out there and get a 10 seed and get blown out right away, then we might look back and say, they probably was not the right idea to do it. But I think it'll end up working out in the right way. I think that this will be – I like this model of scheduling tough teams.
Yes, 100%. It helps draw some attention to the Ohio State basketball team in the month of November when, of course, everything is mostly football because, that's when things are really going to start to heat up. Like, the football schedule we know is not easy. And you're closing in on the Michigan game.
Yeah.
Playoff talks are starting to heat up. And for as long as I can remember, they would play one, maybe two marquee non-conference games. You'd have the ACC Big Ten Challenge, which that's no longer. You had the Gavitt games, which that was a Big Ten versus Big East Challenge. You get Ohio State and the CBS Sports Classic and that rotation that it was. But then outside of that, it was pretty much bye games, and it wasn't teams that would really move the needle. This non-conference schedule will move the needle. You open with BYU in Salt Lake City, who's doesn't have DeBanza, but is going to be a solid team. They brought back a solid roster, has some nice transfer additions too. You have the return game at Notre Dame, but then you have at UConn, who's been to 3 of the last 4 national championship games, won 2 of them. You play Vanderbilt at home, who I love Vanderbilt. Tyler Tanner is one of the best returning point guards in college basketball next year. The matchup with him and John Mobley is going to be so fascinating, and that might be my favorite game on the non-conference just because of that. But then you also get Kansas in the CBS Sports Classic.
Yeah.
It's fun. And the game with Cincinnati to start it is a great tune-up to kind of see where they're at against another high major team, a team that I think can be pretty solid and compete in the Big 12 because Jared Calhoun did it at Utah State and was great. They brought a lot of guys with him from there. So it's going to be a great test for them. They have the flexibility to do another exhibition against whoever they want it to be. It can be another high major or something like that. That hasn't been announced yet, so we're waiting to see that, but it still gives them the opportunity here to test themselves before they actually test themselves in the non-conference and then right into the heat of the Big Ten. And hopefully I see it working out well too. Playing on the road that early in the season is not going to be easy.
No.
When Vanderbilt comes up to here, especially if it's their first true road game, a lot of teams get picked off that early in the season because they're not apt to playing in true road atmospheres yet. So that could be a great opportunity for Ohio State to pick off some there, because if they do, then that's where they're going to be a nice seed in the NCAA tournament.
I actually take the opposite opinion of you, Tito, on this whole thing. I would rather they play a difficult non-conference schedule, lose games, get beat up in the regular season, and not make the tournament, because then we'll know. Instead of just you squeaked in because you played a bunch of bad teams, and then you get a 10 seed and you're bounced. I would prefer, no, you just weren't good enough, or you were good enough.
One of the wrinkles, by the way, hasn't been highly publicized with this Care Invitational tournament or exhibition, is that they're going to go shirts and skins and call your own fouls, which I think is also kind of weird. But we'll see how that works out. Maybe it won't make a difference. Coming up next, we have more from Jake Diebler on this upcoming season. That's next. Fan Sports Saturday.
All the 10 TV people come over to our side of the building to take a deuce. That should tell you something about how we operate. The Fan.
Everybody thinks they're a great driver. Outlaw Motor Speedway gives you the chance to prove it. Experience professional racing simulators, full motion rigs, and some of the world's iconic tracks right here in Grandview. Race your friends, join a league, or bring the office out for an unforgettable corporate event. And when the checkered flag drops, keep the night going with great food and drinks here or next door at Agave and Rye. Then climb back in the driver's seat and see who's got what it takes. Book your race today at outlawsimracing.com.
Hi,
Hi, I'm Patty, founder of Awesome Tex. I started with a big idea to give old clothes a new life by turning them into recycled fibers and threads. Everyone told me that this was going to be impossible, but Chase for Business believed in me. They gave me a lot of guidance from the beginning.
Get financial guidance from bankers in the Columbus community and convenient digital tools all in one place. Learn more at chaseforbusiness.com. Make more of what's yours. Real customers compensated. JP Morgan Chase Bank, and a member FDIC.
Get ECO.
ECO.
Jerry, you're the kind of guy who likes to save money while you do good for the planet, right?
Well, that's why I invented the biodegradable doggy poop bag, Aaron. I'm ecological and economical.
Well, usually the most economical thing you can do when your air conditioner dies is get it repaired. A quick fix can give you years more service.
That sounds economical.
But with older models, those repairs can get pretty expensive, and it'll still use way more energy than a newer model does.
Which is less ecological and less economical.
Get ECO.
ECO.
You see where I'm going with this, Jerry?
I sure do. As hard as it is to toss out your old AC and replace the whole thing, it could actually be cheaper in the long run.
Get ECO.
ECO.
Are you really a big deal in the poop bag industry, Jerry?
The doggos love me, Aaron.
Get ECO.
ECO.
Eco plumbers, electricians, and HVAC technicians. GetEco.com.
Delaware County Veterans Services, here for those who served. Located on the ground floor of the historic courthouse in downtown Delaware, our team of Veteran County Veterans Service officers is ready to help you access VA benefits, emergency financial assistance, dental and medical grants, transportation, and more. Need a ride to a VA appointment, facing a financial emergency? Are you or your spouse simply looking for answers? Then give Delaware County Veterans Services a call. 740-833-2010 to schedule an appointment. Delaware County Veterans Services.
I'm Tracy Townsend, anchor at 10 TV News This Morning. This community is my home, and it means everything to me. I care deeply about the stories we bring you each day, especially the ones that truly impact your life, from women's health and advocacy to the decisions happening at the State House. My goal is simple: help you feel informed and connected, because when news moves fast, you need a team that moves with you. Make the move to 10 TV News This Morning, weekdays from 5 to 9, anywhere you watch.
Whoa, what's all this? These screens, the food?
All for the game, bro.
Dude, let us pitch in.
No need. I've got it all covered. With T-Mobile, I'm saving $1,000 bundling my wireless and internet.
No way. Really?
Yep, and the price of my plan won't change for 5 years.
Wow, I'm definitely switching to T-Mobile.
Goal!
Here's to score big with T-Mobile. Families save up to $1,000 a year when they bundle fast, easy to set up, all-in 5G home internet with 4 phone lines on Experience Beyond. And your plan price? Guaranteed for 5 years. Stay connected con tu gente and catch every match with T-Mobile. Join now at T-Mobile.com.
Price guarantee on talk, tax, and data. Exclusions like taxes and fees apply. Savings based on third line free via monthly bill credits. Internet discount with $15 in monthly bill credits and auto-pay discount. Qualifying credit required. Credits may take up to 2 bill cycles and will stop if you cancel any lines or change plans.
Need a roof you can count on? Ramos Roofing has protected homes and businesses throughout Ohio for almost 20 years. Whether it's a leaky roof, storm damage, new siding, or new gutters to protect your foundation, Ramos Roofing delivers quality materials, professional installation, and honest service every time. Get your free roof or exterior assessment today and ask about Ramos Roofing's no-interest financing options. Call 614-761-7663 or visit online at ramosroofingohio.com.
Scotty Vegas here, and my new Bronco from Krieger Ford might go down as one of my best purchases of all time. I love it. The family loves it. I decided to get my wife's car some much-needed service. Krieger Ford conveniently picked up her car. I was prepared to spend a ton on repairs. Nope. They walked me through the problems, and it was fixed and brought back to our driveway in a day. Plus, saved me some money for some summertime parlays. The Krieger Ford experience is awesome. See for yourself at KriegerFord.com.
Buckeye Replay this summer takes you back to some of the greatest comebacks in Ohio State football history.
Holy Buckeye! This week it's the 2002 edition of Ohio State at Purdue.
Hear Buckeye Replay this Saturday at 1 p.m. on The Fan.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Happy Saturday. You've got dry conditions on your hands, but we do have chance of rain returning back into our forecast later this afternoon. Timing for that, I'm expecting around noon up until 4 or 5 o'clock today, and that's mainly going to be in our southern counties, but that doesn't count out an isolated shower or two for the rest of our area. Once that rain's out of here, though, you are dry the rest of this evening and dry up until later this week. I'm your 10 Weather Impact meteorologist, Lily Aldrich, with 97.1 The Fan.
Matty Ice has a large tattoo on his calf of LeBron eating a lion. I have nothing else to say. Rockman and Ice.
Weekdays from noon to 3.
The Fan. Live, local, and still slightly drunk.
I'm not drunk, all right? I just have a speech impediment.
This is Fan Sports Saturday.
Slightly. Slightly is the key word there. Tito, Reimer, Nate with you here until 1 o'clock. Then we've got that, you just heard on that, the Buckeye replay thing. The Buckeye game against the Purdue Boilermakers back in 2002. What a magical year that was. So I want to hear more, talk more about Ohio State basketball here. Jake Diebler, Bishop and Friends. And last year was a very important season, very important outcome for Diebler and the Buckeyes. The fact that now they've expanded the NCAA tournament field to, 76 that we're at?
Yep, 76. And Wichita is the other host.
Yeah, Wichita's getting the other host.
Is the other Dayton.
The playing games on that one. Yes, they are Dayton West. And I don't have a problem expanding it. I've said all along that it's not going to affect the way I consume the NCAA tournament. It's all of a sudden, it doesn't change my life. Okay, there's more games. If I wasn't going to watch the playing games or didn't watch them before, it's not going to make me all of a sudden want to watch them. And likewise, if I've watched them before, it's not going to make me not want to watch them.
Yeah. We actually got the test case here with the World Cup. They expanded the field, and it just came down to the top teams anyways.
Right, that's all. And
true.
And that's all I want NCAA tournaments anyways is
more often than not, that's the case.
Yes.
You get a few Cinderella runs every now and then, but it's still more often than not a one seed cutting down the nets.
But Jake Diebler talks here, this is on Bishop and Friends, about if anyone on the team has surprised him this summer. Here's Deebs.
I felt like we really dug deep on our evaluation of all those guys, and I would say, our evaluations held pretty firm so far. We got some room to grow. I think that's the exciting part of this team. We got some really young players, and Anthony Thompson and L.J. Smith and Alex Smith, who have tremendous upside and will get better quickly. And then we got some experienced guys in Justin Pippen and Jimmy Williams and Curtis Gibbons, who, for us, give us more size in the backcourt. And also, they're still learning what we're trying to do and accomplish in getting ready for Big Ten play. So they got room to grow. I think that's the exciting thing for us is, yes, we are deeper. I think our talent level has increased, and there's also a lot of upside for this team, and that's exciting. And then, John Mobley's taken a big step. His leadership has been tremendous, and we know he can make shots, but he's doing it at a really high clip this summer, picking up right where he left off. Amari Bynum's been more aggressive, which we need from him, which is great to see. And Ivan Nagovin's had a great off season, and this is the best he's looked since he's been at Ohio State. So there's a lot of positives. Josh Ojamuna is now in live play. So there's a lot of positives going on for us, and I'm excited about this group and can't wait to see where we continue to progress to.
The middle, the center position. It's positionless basketball, but the bigs.
Yeah.
You mentioned Govin, but it's important though for them to get production out of that this year, right?
Absolutely. Yes. I do think it is very important because the game is getting bigger. Teams are getting bigger, and that's exactly what Ohio State did. They've got 7 guys on this roster that are 6'8" or taller. They have a few 7-footers on this team too. But I'm not asking anything of these big men to go out there and get me like 15 and 10 on a nightly basis.
Yeah.
Sure, that'd be awesome, but that's not what the team was constructed to do with bringing back Mobley and Bynum. Now, you can give me 8 and 8. I'm 100% cool with that. It's interesting. It's a complete mix of talent because Yelovich is a guy that can space the floor, can shoot the ball a little bit, can facilitate, and that's nice. I think that's kind of the big that Jake is trying to get.
Mm-hmm.
You've got Ivan Nagovin, third year in the program, who's, from what I've seen, has taken a massive step, which to have a guy like that to come off the bench when some of your other bigs get into foul trouble, that's going to be very beneficial because Ohio State did not have that last year when they were going up against Michigans, the Purdue's, and stuff like that. And that's where they got into some trouble in those games and couldn't pull off major upsets. They did beat Purdue because Jake Diebler
owns Purdue.
Owns Matt Painter.
Take that, Matt Painter.
But then you've got Ojanwuna, and he's not going to give you 30 minutes a night like he did at Baylor.
Mm-hmm.
That's not what you're asking of him, too, because I look at him as long as he's healthy, he's going to be the bruiser of the group.
Yeah.
And be the guy that's banging with the other bigs down low and getting the second chance opportunities. I'm not saying that Nagovin and Yelovich can't get you second chance opportunities too. They can, but if you're wanting a big bruiser, that's what Ojanwuna is going to be.
And it's going to be a situation this year where they, because the last year was very important, but this year also, then it is the further progression and further evaluation improvement of how they handle the transfer portal.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because the first time around was a disaster. It was awful. Last year was better.
Yes.
But it was
still not the greatest.
No, it was going to be hard to get worse the first one. So like,
it's true.
But this year,
the bar was set very low.
Yes, it was. Yes. But this year, though, I really want to see how they do that because, and now, there were people, media people, also fans that were very down on Jake Diebler.
Yeah.
After the first year and after missing the tournament the next year after that. But then, all that stuff. Right? The fact they got back this year, though, it's I feel like Diebler's built up street cred now.
Yes.
I think that they should never miss a tournament again. 76 teams, they should never.
Yes, 100% they should not.
They didn't increase this tournament field to get in more mid-majors.
I know, and I was going to add that when you were saying that you don't have a problem with it because it's more games, I'm going to consume it and everything. That's the only problem that I have with the expansions. I want teams that are more deserving. Like, yes, because they're limited with the chances they have to win their conference tournament to get in.
Yes.
And they've been great all season, have competed against some high major teams. Maybe they beat them. Maybe they come up just short in them, but they still are really good analytically and on the floor.
The max should not go 30 years before getting two teams in the tournament field again.
Yes. Like what happened last year was 100% how it should have been. Akron and Miami, regardless of if Miami won the tournament.
Mm-hmm.
Akron still should have been in if Miami won out.
Yeah.
But that's the only reason why I don't like it is because we're going to give the teams that are very close to having a 500 record into the field and finishing in the bottom 5 of their conference because these conferences are so big.
Teams that go 3 and 12 or whatever in the Big Ten, you're going to get in.
But like Belmont last year was one of the best mid-major teams, lost in the first round of their conference tournament and didn't get in.
I wish there was a way they could put a rule in place that would force the power schools to schedule home and homes with mid-majors.
Yes.
Not just one game, but make it a home and home. I would love to see Ohio State playing at OU.
Oh, my gosh. Imagine them going down 33 and playing at the Convo.
Oh, yeah. I know. It'd be great. Yeah. So, things like
I'm
that.
getting chills right now. I want that so bad.
I wish they could make that somehow a rule that you can't just do one-offs mid-majors.
Yes.
You've got to make it home and home.
Yeah.
And then it would encourage... I know there's money things where Ohio State wants to play so many home games because they need the gate revenue, all kind of stuff. I get all of those things, but college basketball, it would be easier to make cases for and against certain teams getting the tournament. Then, if you could look at it and say, well, look, they played with Ohio State or they played with Louisville. They gave Louisville a hell of a game, kind of thing. You can look at it, you give at least the opportunities to do it.
I don't want this to. Because everybody knows what team I support and everything. I support Ohio State, of course, but I'm also a North Carolina fan. But Roy Williams would schedule those kind of games.
Yeah,
they would play at Wofford.
Yep,
and I think it was the opening night of Wofford's new gymnasium, new arena, and so they set that up so North Carolina could be the very first game in that. It didn't go well for Wofford in their very first game, of course, but it's cool. It's still cool to see that they went up and played Northern Iowa.
Yeah.
And they lost that game as a number 1 team in the country. They didn't have Marcus Page.
Sure.
But that's why they set up that game, because Marcus Page is from Iowa. And so he would kind of set it up for his team, for his seniors that stayed this long, to play a game from where they're from. And it would work out. It'd be against a mid-major, which is really cool.
And it helps. It helps recruit if you go to areas that you normally don't play in.
Right.
And it also helps when you're going to look at these mid-majors who are guys you may want on your team the following year.
Yes.
You can see how they do
With
it.
the transfer portal now, 100%.
You can see up close and personal. As a head coach, you are scouting them against a very good team, hopefully. Like you're looking at them saying, this guy did well against my team. And I've seen it up close. I've talked to the kid, whatever. Seems like, it could be a great fit for this program going forward.
Yeah. I mean, put a Buckeyes football spin on this, Christian Allegro.
Yeah.
That's 100% why they went after him, because they saw him in person.
Yeah.
He gutted out. He had a cast on his hand in that game against Ohio State, comes back out and is just tough as nails. And James Lornice was like, I want that guy in my room.
Yeah.
And like, that's the perfect comparison. Like that's what these coaches can do. I think it'd be a great opportunity to elevate the mid-majors. That's why that's what I wanted in the expansions, is to elevate the mid-majors, and I'm afraid that's not going to happen.
Coming up next in 2 minutes, a former Super Bowl winning coach considered doing a solid for another former Super Bowl winning coach. That's next. Fan Sports Saturday on the Fan.
Hello, I'm Shep.
And I'm Mark. And we're the friendly board-certified entomologists from Rose Pest Solutions. Hey, Shep, I've got a riddle for you. Hit me. Why don't anteaters get sick? I don't know. Because they're filled with antibodies. You know, Mark, there are thousands of ant species that can run amok in your home. To be effective, you've got to keep them straight. The pros from Rose can correctly identify the ant and solve the problem.
Protect your health and home. Call 800-966-ROSE. Rose will get the best of your pest.
Recalculating route. Estimated arrival time. Never.
I'm Dr. Kandula, founder of Advent. For people with nasal congestion, sinus pressure, sleep apnea, snoring, or allergies, finding a solution feels like a never-ending road trip.
First stop, my primary doctor. Then the pharmacy. Then a sleep specialist. Then an ENT.
What if there was just one destination to treat your problems for good? Welcome to Advent, your one stop for breathing and sleep relief for over 20 years. Unlike other practices, we focus exclusively on these conditions, so you get comprehensive care. 96% of patients with severe nasal breathing issues report improvement. Plus, most insurance is accepted for these effective 20-minute in-office treatments.
You have arrived at Clear Breathing.
Save big money at Menards. Keep your lawn looking its best with Menards' premium 4-step fertilizer program. Each step is tailor-made for the time of the season. Apply Step 3 lawn food in mid to late summer for deep greening and feed your lawn for up to 8 weeks. Stop by our garden center and save big money on Menards' premium lawn food fertilizer. Plus, check out our weekly flyer for more great deals happening this week.
Save big money at Menards.
Bobby Carpenter demands that you watch Morning Juice on YouTube. If you don't, Tito will move into your house.
Live at 6 a.m. on YouTube and streaming on the Fan app.
Garnish your Bloody Mary with sports talk. You're listening to Fan Sports Saturday.
All right, Fan Sports Saturday. Coming up, folks, in the next segment, Aaron Portzline is going to join us. Talk Jackets hockey with him from The Athletic. I saw this story, and Sean Payton, head coach of the Broncos, had talked about pitching the idea to his owner, and never got to that point, but he was thinking about doing this thing, where having Bill Belichick, after he could not get a job in the NFL, be the head coach of the Broncos. Payton would step down temporarily and be the assistant head coach and call the offense, run the offense, to give Belichick enough time to get the wins record. I think he's 15 behind Don Shula for the all-time wins record. And then as soon as Belichick beat the record, he would step down. Payton would reassume his coaching duties. Mm-hmm. They have a career together. They're friends and all this stuff. They've got a long history together. And I listened to another radio show because as soon as I saw the story, and this show's not on our station, but I'll say the Dan Le Batard show, I hopped on next. I want to hear their reaction because they're based down in Miami. And I heard one of the people on there, I think it was Zaslow, said that Christopher Zaslow said that he said if Peyton did that, if this ended up happening, it would be disrespectful to Shula, the way that they'd be doing this to get to break the record. When I first read this, it reminded me of, if this ever were to happen, if they would let this happen, it would be like when Favre intentionally took a sack so Strahan could break the sacks record, when he just fell down near Strahan.
Yeah.
To where it's, yeah, sure, Strahan set the record, but it didn't happen organically. It didn't happen naturally.
Yeah.
And that's what this would be too. Like, I would really be bothered if this had happened.
I would have been too, just because, like it wouldn't have been natural. It would have felt forced.
Yeah.
It wouldn't have been like, Bill taking it upon himself to go someplace and accomplish this.
And earn it.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. He would not earn this completely. And as much as I don't like how sketchy it feels, I would be cool with it now, given the circumstances of where he's at.
Yeah.
Because, he can get out of Chapel Hill.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah, you're okay with that.
It's fine.
Right. You're fine with
That's
that.
fine.
Yes.
If Sean Payton wants to do that.
You'll help him move. You'll help pack him up.
Yeah. If Sean Payton wants to step down now and so that old Billy Bill can come up there, that's fine.
Right.
That's fine with me. But, do you think the door is officially shut for him?
I think it is. I do believe it is. For a few reasons. One, because of the age.
Okay.
And, if you've got a team that is ready, like, say, the Rams, for instance, or the Seahawks again, to make a Super Bowl run, then you typically already have a coach in place that's going to be there longer term.
Yeah.
It's like McVay's not going to all of a sudden leave the Rams after this upcoming season for a college job.
Yeah.
He's not going to a better NFL job. Right. You know what I mean? So, like, it's...
Yeah, you're in L.A.
Right.
Like,
and so if you're in a situation where you don't have any kind of, like, succession plan, I guess, in place, then maybe they'd consider it. But I think that Belichick now, because of his off-the-field things, all the drama that's with that. Now, it's quieted down. We haven't heard much about that lately.
Oh, on the Buckeye show, instead of the college football pulse, it became the Bill Belichick pulse.
There you go.
Because of how much stuff there was on a nightly basis.
Yes, there was something new. That has not happened a lot lately.
Yeah.
That's been more in the background now, which has been good for Belichick. But I just think that I don't see another NFL team hiring him.
I think it would have to be definitely the right situation, but a situation that is somewhat set up to kind of win now. Because
win now.
Like, with his age, to your point, like, he's not going to want to be a part of a rebuild.
No.
Like, there's no way. He's going to want to go someplace to where the pieces are already there for him to be able to take a step and have a real shot at beating this record early enough to where it's within 1.5 years. To where, like, he gets it early on in his second year or something like that. We were talking about this. I filled in on Rothman and Ice earlier in the week, and Joshua Perry threw out the hypothetical of the potential team that would be suitable for this. Say the Bengals flame out this year,
right,
with all their expectations this year, and they fire Zach Taylor. They've still got Joe Burrow under contract. They've still got Jamar Chase and T. Higgins. Defense is supposed to be improved. Does that become a spot for Bill Belichick?
You had me at the firing of Zach Taylor.
I don't think there's any way the Bengals would hire a coach with as much pull.
But of that hypothetical, would that be like maybe the only spot for him? Maybe because Matty Ice is a Ravens guy.
Yeah.
Maybe it doesn't work out with Minter in year 1, year 2, or something like that, but they still got Lamar. So maybe they take a swing on Bill Belichick.
What if the Bills flame out again?
Okay. It's an
interesting one.
Those are all good points, but the problem, I think, is you talk about you don't want to go to a rebuilding situation.
Right.
Okay. And I think that any place Belichick goes, it's going to take time because Belichick's going to want control over the personnel.
Yes.
He's going to want his kind of player in there.
Yeah.
And you can't do it like college football transfer portal, where you all of a sudden get 80 new players in, like has happened at Oklahoma State this year, and like Dion did his first year in Colorado. You can't do that in the NFL. It's just you can't do it.
Yeah.
And I think that's what Belichick would need to have a complete overhaul, potentially, of his guys. And I I don't know. If I'm Belichick, if Belichick may want to get there, Belichick may want to set the record. I don't think if he has the record, doesn't have the record, I don't think that changes his legacy at all.
I don't think so either.
Okay, and so
but do you feel like a narrative has maybe changed worse in his favor after Tom Brady has won after him and Bill Belichick now at North Carolina had an awful season last year?
And also ran the Patriots into the ground.
Yeah.
You know, it certainly is worse now that Brady won without Belichick. Belichick didn't win without Brady. It's certainly worse now, but it might get worser if he comes back.
You brought up the Belichick would want control thing. I would, if this were a thing that were to happen, Belichick would want to come back to break the record.
Right.
That would be the condition. Like, you don't get that this time.
And I don't know if Belichick want to do it then.
Yeah, then you don't get it.
Yeah. Maybe that's why he stepped down to college, because he's can have total control of who he recruits.
Yeah.
And everything. It's an interesting layer because NIL is a completely different monster.
Yeah.
And you actually have front offices and executives that handle all the contracting and the money, and Bill just gives them guys who he wants, maybe. But he's full hands-on, and it's just crazy for his age that he still wants to go through it. Do you think a good enough season this year can pique the interest of some NFL organizations?
I don't think
what would it take?
I don't think anyone would touch him. I really don't.
Yeah.
I don't if they made it to the playoff this year, which is a huge stretch.
Oh my goodness.
Right. I mean, winning 6 games.
Don't even put that into the ether.
Please. If he would do that, though, I still don't think an NFL team would go to touch him. By the way, he turns 75 years old next April.
See, I feel like after last season, if he had a complete turnaround and makes them a playoff team, I feel like that would.
But
because last year was awful. The season ended after the very first drive of the season.
Yes, you're right. Yes, yeah.
That was the greatest moment of last season at Bill Belichick and North Carolina.
That was the first and only highlight from that season. But if they
North Carolina won that game for all I know.
That's right. Turn it off.
Game ended right there.
Well, I think the Cavs organization probably thinks that they also wanted it. Analytically, I think they won it. But anyway, if he coaches a game at the age of 75, he'll become the oldest NFL coach ever. Pete Carroll had the mark until he got fired 2 hours into his tenure with the Raiders. Before that, it was Romeo Crennel, who was 73 years, 199 days old when he was the interim coach for the Texans. George Halas was 72, almost 73 years old. Marv Levy. And then Bill Belichick right now is 5th on the list with when he was 71 years, 266 days the last time he coached a game with the Patriots. All right, folks, coming up next, the Columbus Blue Jackets. Did something happen away from the Blue Jackets that could have a big effect on the Blue Jackets going forward? We'll talk to Aaron Portzline from Athletic next. This is Fan Sports Saturday on The Fan.
We're the girthiest radio station in the history of radio. Uncomfortably girthy. This promo is uncomfortable. The Fan, Ohio's girth destination. T-Bone and Tyvis wake you up every weekday morning from 6 to 9, and I think I can sum up the show in 3 words. Football, food, and fun. Ain't that right, T-Bone?
And I get more volume per suck.
And there's only one thing that makes Tyvis happier than a free hair transplant.
All it took was legalizing the money you had to give to the players, and we are watching the demise of the SEC.
T-Bone and Tyvis, weekday morning starting at 6. And tell your smart speaker to play 97.1 The Fan.
At Great Lakes Hyundai, the savings are so good.
It's time for sun and savings at Great Lakes Hyundai. Right now, get a new 2060 Elantra SE for $59 per month for a 2-year lease. Just $59 a month for the drive into summer sale. This month only. Plus, every new Hyundai comes with owner assurance and America's best warranty. A 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain coverage. Dublin or Columbus or glakeshyundai.com. With approved credit $39.95 down. Plus tax, title, first month's payment. 7,500 miles per year. Ends 8/3.
Awkward time to ask this, but hey, did you download the trail map?
Yeah, no, I don't need to.
I don't understand. You're trusting your signal out here?
Well, I'm trusting T-Mobile. They have the best network. And if we end up in bum-tots nowhere, well, we've got T-Satellite for backup.
Whoa, I don't trust my carrier that much.
We'll just use your phone as a flashlight.
With America's best network and T-Satellite, we're keeping you connected in places you never thought possible. And if you switch today, you get free phones for $0 down and only $25 a month per line for 4 lines. Find out more at T-Mobile.com or visit your local store.
Best mobile network based on analysis by Ookla Speed Test Intelligence Data 2H 2025. With 24 monthly bill credits and 4 eligible port-ins on Essentials. For well-qualified customers with autopay plus taxes, fees, and $35 connection charge per line. Credits end in balance due if you pay off early or cancel. Contact us. Finance agreement example $299.99 Moto Edge 5G required. T-Satellite available with compatible device in most outdoor areas in the U.S. where you can see the sky. Included with experience beyond or $10 a month. Auto renews monthly. Cancel anytime. Visit T-Mobile.com.
No! USA is up 2-0. That is the most dangerous lead in soccer.
Relax, Mike.
See that, Dan? My left eye is twitching. That's my warning eye. It'll be 2-2 by stoppage time. It's never wrong.
With early payout from Bet365, I got paid the second they went up 2 goals. So to me, it's now the safest lead.
Early payout from Bet365, huh? Now my right eye is twitching, Dan.
Bet365. Winning is everything. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-MY-RESET. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Ohio. T's and C's apply. In-app only.
One bite in, you'll be saying, that's hot as fire. Speedway's new Hot as Fire chicken sandwich turns up the temp with spicy breaded chicken on a brioche bun. Top it your way with pickles, a little hot sauce mayo combo, and more. It's a hot sandwich kind of summer. Don't just beat the heat, eat the heat. The new Hot as Fire chicken sandwich. $4.99, only at Speedway. Valid through 8/25/26. Participating stores. Exclude Speedy Cafe. Toppings and sauces sold separately. See app for full terms.
As veterans, we're no strangers to helping others.
That's what we were taught. Service before self.
But we do have one question for the veterans listening.
When is the last time you reached out for help?
If you or someone you know needs resources, whether it's for stress, finances, employment, or mental health, don't wait. Reach out.
Find more information at va.gov/reach. That's va.gov/reach.
Brought to you by the United States Department of Veterans Affairs and the Ad Council.
Lanny went to college and racked up huge debt.
A little bit over $100,000.
For a degree he couldn't use, now what?
I had a friend that went to my computer career.
They even helped him get hired immediately after graduation.
One of the things I love about IT is that you can work from anywhere you want.
You could become an IT pro in just months, including cybersecurity and the basics of AI with zero experience at mycomputercareer.edu. My Computer Career, an elite CompTIA certification partner.
It worked for me, and I know it can work for you.
This is one student's experience. Individual results vary.
When you first saw her, she was out walking her dog. You didn't notice her at first. But when you finally did, it was too late. Because at that moment, you were speeding. She was out walking her dog and only had a second to let go of the leash. Your foot was on the gas, and her life was on the line. Speeding catches up with you. Paid for by NHTSA.
Relax and let Kroger Delivery handle your grocery shopping this week. We start with only the freshest items. Then carefully pack your order in our refrigerated trucks. And our cool trucks keep your food fresh right to your door. Fresh groceries your way with Kroger Delivery. And right now, you can save $20 on your first delivery order. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Join our degenerate gamblers Steve Biddle and Scotty Vegas every Sunday morning at 9 for On the Money.
Presented by Krieger Ford. Your best bet for a new car or truck. Visit Krieger Ford on Morse Road today or go online at KriegerFord.com.
All your favorite fan shows are available when you want them.
Head to 971thefan.com and hit that subscribe button.
The Fan, Ohio sports destination. We firmly believe it's appropriate to tailgate before a youth soccer game. You're listening to Fan Sports Saturday.
Fan Sports Saturday. Head off to the Bryant Heating and Cooling System Fan Gas Hotline. Aaron Portzline joins us from The Athletic, the website you need to subscribe to. It's the best buy you can get as far as subscribing to sports articles, sports website there. Porty, thank you for taking the time to join us. We appreciate that. How surprised were you at the offer sheet that Carlson got, that Leo Carlson got from Philadelphia? Are you more surprised the number he was offered, or are you more surprised that the Ducks matched it?
Not surprised that the Ducks matched it. Always surprised by an offer sheet because they are so rare, especially at that level, that the highest level for first-round draft picks as compensation. Big ticket. I mean, to make him the highest paid player in the entire league tells you how Philadelphia reached here. But that's what offer sheets are, right? You set it at a point where it becomes very difficult for the team to match. If it's just a no-brainer, easy match, then there's really no point in doing it. But I figured they would match because, look, I think most people feel like Philadelphia is going to be competitive. I don't know how good they're going to be, but competitive for the next little while here in the playoffs this year. So those picks are going to be the latter half of the first round. And you're not going to find a replacement for Leo Carlson there. Carlson's got 100-point potential, I think. He looks like a bona fide number one center. He was drafted to be that. Those guys are so hard to find. Just ask the Columbus Blue Jackets that. Once you have them, you got to do everything you can to not let them go.
Porty, now I'll spin this a Blue Jackets direction. Adam Fantilli's kind of in a similar situation, maybe not quite to the same level as Carlson, but does this give him any leverage with any negotiations or anything like that with the front office?
Yeah, well, his numbers are actually really similar, in some ways better than Carlson's if you look at since the start of their NHL careers. And this is all about leverage, right? Like I'm hearing Verbeek take a lot of criticism from people that he didn't get Carlson signed even last summer when they could have extended him, or earlier this summer to avoid this. But I don't think that takes into account that these high-end RFAs are using the threat of an offer sheet. They're using July 1st as leverage. And so, like, the Blue Jackets and Fantilli are continuing to talk, but he wanted to get to July 1. He did not want a contract signed last summer. I get it. The salary cap is going up. Plus, you have the threat, it all intertwines together, of another team driving your number through the roof, as we saw with Carlson. I don't think Fantilli wanted to sign until Carlson was settled, and now you give it a couple days to see if there's anybody else out there that wants to go after the future potential pretty quick here, number one center. It's all part of the leverage, and it's reached the point now. I talked to some GMs this week where RFAs are almost at the highest end. RFAs are almost indistinguishable from UFAs. Because they can use that July 1st now as such a weapon.
Aaron Portzline joins us on The Athletic, been covering the Blue Jackets since the beginning of the Columbus Blue Jackets. Porty, a lot of stuff went on, in the offseason early on with Werenski, and Marchenko and whatnot. Do you get the vibe from Fantilli, your time around him, that he enjoys being in Columbus?
Yeah, very much so. And I want to be careful about this because players are not going to – no one in their right mind is going to be under contract to a team and make it clear that as soon as they can get out of here, they're going to, or that they don't like it. He said all the right things. All of them have. But I do think it's genuine in his case. His family loves it. His dad and his parents are around a lot. His brother, who played at Michigan too, is around a lot. He loves Columbus. I think Zach Werenski loves Columbus. I think it's the losing. It's the lack of winning that gets tired. I've honestly never heard of a player who wanted out of Columbus because of the city. It's always the way the team has performed or not performed. That's been the issue, and I feel like that's kind of universal. The NHL's in some great cities. Some guys have a choice. Obviously Brady Tkachuk wanted to go play with his brother in Florida. Artemi Panarin wanted to play in New York. He wanted to be a Ranger and play in Madison Square Garden. That was it. He didn't hate Columbus. Bobrovsky loved Columbus. That's just the way it's gone. It really has never, ever been about the city.
Porty, you mentioned Werenski, and we know how chaotic all that was a few weeks ago. And you mentioned the next step for him is to win here in Columbus. Between now and next offseason, when that extension is due and whatever moves they decide to make, is that probably the biggest thing for Zach to keep him around and motivate him to sign an extension?
Yeah, and I think this summer's probably been for many people underwhelming, although I still think the Nichushkin acquisition is an upgrade that maybe not enough people are recognizing as a big upgrade for them. He's arguably their best forward, but was this did they blow things out of the water this offseason? They did not. So what does the next trade deadline look like if the Blue Jackets are in the hunt and how much pressure is on Don Waddell, not just to get this team into the playoffs, but to do something. I think I think for Columbus, first and foremost, it's getting into the playoffs. But I think if you're a player who's coming into the middle of their prime or the back half of their prime, Werenski will be 30 here before we know it. I think he's 28 now. You want to not just make the playoffs. You want to believe you've got a chance to go deep, to win it all. And I don't think people look at the Blue Jackets roster right now and think this is the Stanley Cup contender. I think there are a lot of people who will pick them to make the playoffs this season, but just constantly having the foot on the pedal to move forward. You see how other teams have operated, and every situation is a little bit different. The Blue Jackets undertook a rebuild 4 years ago. We cannot forget that. These things take time. Patience is the hardest part of a rebuild. Getting started is the easiest part. It's sticking with it that's the real hard thing. But Florida, Vegas, these teams, people want to go there because there are no tax states, sure, and they win, sure, but they also have GMs that will literally do anything to move the ball forward, and they're always looking for upgrades and always looking to break the mold if there's a different way that they can build a team. I think there's a desire to see more of that from some small market teams, and I think those moves are still ahead for Don Waddell. I think he's wanted to be more aggressive than he's been able to this summer and last. So see what the trade deadline bears, see how competitive this team is, and then we'll see if big number 8 wants to get to the table next July 1st for an extension.
Porty, we hear all the time about players wanting to play, meaningful playoff games, want to make a Stanley Cup run, how much it means to their careers. You, as a writer, as a reporter of the Columbus Blue Jackets, do you ever think about it? Is it important to you to be able to cover the Stanley Cup with the Blue Jackets in it?
I mean, it would be great. It would be something, obviously, something we haven't seen or done. I don't have that much time left here. I don't mean on Earth, of course. I mean as a sports reporter. So, yeah, I like news stories. I like news stories to tell, right? Always looking for those. I still remember looking down from the press box in Nationwide Arena in 2019 when they won the series in Tampa Bay, and just the joy, but also the confusion as the final seconds ticked away. This reality that people had waited so long to experience, like, this is what it is. This is it, right? This is where it is, and this is our turn. People taking pictures of the scoreboard, that was great. Well, what an honor and a thrill to be able to attempt to capture something like that. So that's a story I would absolutely love to tell. Yeah, I'd settle for a second round series win. First and foremost, you got to get there first. But yeah, absolutely. I've covered plenty of Stanley Cups. It'd be really cool to have the Blue Jackets in it. Absolutely.
Well, just don't go demanding a trade to Toronto or Dallas then, okay? Stick with the Athletics, stick with Columbus, and we'll get there eventually.
I have a no move clause.
Thank you very much. I appreciate the time, but thanks so much, man. We'll talk again soon.
All right, thanks, guys.
Aaron Portzline, Columbus Dispatch, there joining us. Appreciate that as always. Love having that. That guy's, he's the best.
That was awesome.
I got to work with him with the Dispatch for so many years, and the dude's he really is a salt of the earth kind of guy there. Coming up next, did Ryan Day get disrespected? Fan Sports Saturday on the Fan.
T-Bone and Tyvis are everything you want in a delicious breakfast. Lots of empty calories, no nutritional value.
Weekday mornings from 6 to 9.
The Fan.
At CEC Turf and Tractor, family means everything. That's why we're proud to welcome Green & Sons Equipment's Mount Sterling and Marysville locations to the CEC family. We're honored to carry on the relationships Green & Sons has built in these communities for generations while expanding our ability to serve you with more parts, more inventory, and faster response times. As one of Ohio's largest Kubota dealers, CEC Turf and Tractor is growing without losing sight of what matters most: hardworking people, trusted relationships, and hometown service. Visit CECTurfandTractor.com today for all your Kubota needs.
Common Man and Timmy here for our friends at Hollywood Casino Columbus. Hey, Timmy, that new hotel is open, and it's amazing.
It really is. Also, we have Red, White, and Win drawings on Saturdays in July. You can step into the Flying Cash Machine for a chance to win up to $2,000 in pen cash.
And the best part, all-you-can-eat crab legs are back. Be here on Tuesdays in July and August from 4 to 10 for Canadian snow crab legs with butter, corn on the cob, and Hawaiian rolls.
Yeah, Hawaiian rolls. Must be 21. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-589-9966.
Craving the O?
Now it comes to you. For loyal fans, the O on Lane is now offering the O on the Go catering delivery. Perfect for the office or any group. Order boxed lunches or group catering right now at theoonlane.com. The O on the Go, delivered fresh, delivered easy.
Summer is here, and there's no better time to upgrade your ride than at Germain Toyota of Columbus. Whether you're towing the boat, heading to the lake, or planning the ultimate family road trip, now's the time to save. Get $299 APR financing for up to 72 months on the 2026 Toyota Tundra, or lease the 2026 Camry LE for just $319 a month for 36 months and $399 due at signing and 10,000 miles per year. Make this your summer adventure with the team at Germain Toyota of Columbus, conveniently located at the corner of I-70 and Bryce Road, or shop anytime at germaintoyota.net. Germain Toyota of Columbus, where summer savings are in full swing.
This is Mary at the Department of Rejected Dreams. If you had a dream rejected, IKEA can make it possible.
Hi, I've been dreaming of having an epic college setup.
But your college budget is less than epic.
Way less.
Well, with IKEA, you can get everything you need for college, from bedding to storage and decor, all at a great price.
That's good economics.
Sounds like someone just found their major.
Visit IKEA in-store or at ikea.us to get ready for college. IKEA, dream the possibilities.
Open the door to big savings when you shop at Menards. Mastercraft has been making high-quality doors for more than 50 years. From a modern front door to traditional interior doors. Design your door your way with our free step-by-step design program. And get your new door in 7 days or less. Save big money on Mastercraft doors. Plus, check out our weekly flyer on Menards.com for all the great deals happening now.
Save big money at Menards. Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone. Tired of snoring? Sleep Better Columbus can help with a custom mouthpiece that opens your airway and stops the snoring. No mask, no noise. Call 1-800-MORE-SLEEP or visit sleepbettercolumbus.com today. Stop snoring, sleep better, live better.
Broadcasting live from the McDaniel GM Superstore Studios. Driving excellence since 1916. Chevrolet. Together, let's drive. WBNS HD1 Columbus.
I'm Nate Putterball, their sports update. The Cincinnati Reds got back in the win column last night, blinking the Cubs 4-0. Hunter Green struck out 12 in the win. Game 2 of that series comes your way this evening down in Cincinnati. First pitch is at 7:10. Slade Ciccone is on the mound. He duels Javier Assad. Catch the action right here on The Fan. The Cleveland Guardians moved back into a statistical tie with the White Sox in the AL Central last night, beating the Marlins 3-2. Parker Messick had 6 strong innings of one-hit, one-run baseball. Afternoon baseball, Miami sees Tanner Bybee take on Yuri Perez. First pitch is at 4:10. World Cup quarterfinal action today sees Norway take on England at 5 and Argentina take on Switzerland in the nightcap. NBA news sees Wemby sign a 5-year, $252 million max extension with the Spurs. And in golf, Scottie Scheffler misses the cut for the first time in 78 events in Scotland. Jordan Smith, Rory McIlroy, and Tom Kidd head to the weekend with the lead. Breaking sports news and weapons of The Fan, Ohio Sports Destination.
Just because it's the weekend doesn't mean we shut up. This is Fan Sports Saturday.
Fan Sports Saturday. Thank you much for joining us there on the Bryant Heating Cooling System Fan Guest Hotline. He is the best. So this is the time of year, and you know this from doing all the shows that you do and your TV stuff that you do, Reimer, that this is the time of year where everyone puts out lists.
Oh, it's list season, baby.
The best of this, the biggest ones of these.
How much stock do you put into lists?
Not a lot. Especially like the first of all, the watch lists, no way in hell. I'm done with I hate the preseason All-American, preseason, the Biletnikoff watch list. Let's just play the damn season.
You can have a good idea of like who it's going to be, but it never always ends up being who it's predicted to be.
Right.
At least like maybe different this year because Jeremiah Smith is an alien, and like that's an easy prediction to make. Like, oh yeah, he's going to be the best player in football. Well, he's been the best player in football the last 2 years too.
I will always go back to last year's preseason mock draft by ESPN, and then none of the quarterbacks made it.
Right. Well, like I can't even remember like how many like national player of the years in college basketball have been correctly picked to start the year. Like Braden Smith was it last year, but which he's a great college player, right? One of the best point guards in the sport, the all-time leading assist.
All-time assist guy, yeah.
But I don't even think he finished as an All-American.
There used to be a time, way back when, I think, for a few years, they didn't rank the college ball teams until about like 4 weeks in. And I'd be okay with it. I know why they do it. I know it's to, Ohio State, Texas is a big game, but it's even bigger if it's 1 versus 2, and so I get all of that. I understand why they do it, but it sometimes puts the biases in motion. It's very hard to go from unranked to being a top 5 team.
Yeah.
So anyway, but so
Indiana a few years ago.
Yes. ESPN, they had their several of their college football reporters get together. I don't know if they actually got together physically. They may have just, virtually. Anyway, ranked the top college football coaches for the upcoming season. And they did this based on, they listed their top 10 choices, 10 points for the first place guy, 9 for second, and so on.
Mm-hmm.
And they went through and did it. And the way that their criteria was, they asked, which coaches would you most want to have leading your fictional team for the upcoming season? Not ones that have accumulated the best resumes. Just like if you're whatever, Reimer University, which would be somewhere in North Carolina or Pickaway County, one or the other. But anyway, Reimer University, if you got your football team, who do you want coaching this year, your team? To probably no one's surprise, Kurt Cignetti was number 1. His overall record as a head coach is 46-6, 27-2 at Indiana. He got 5 of the 10 first place votes. Number 2 was Kirby Smart. He got 4 of the first place votes. Ryan Day was 3rd with 1 first place vote.
Yeah.
And they go through these different guys. They'll ask each reporter a question on why they had someone ranked a certain way. And Bill Conley had Ohio State ranked number 8. I'm sorry, Ryan Day ranked number 8. Ryan Day ranked number 8. No one else had him lower than 4. And here was his reasoning. He said, honestly, it's just really hard to evaluate the performance of a successful Ohio State head coach, as it has been the most consistently awesome program in the nation for decades. I may have dropped Day too far after last season, but I just didn't think he stuck the landing at all in 2025. When it was time to help that offense shift into gear late and ramp up the tempo and the risk profile against elite opponents, Day just couldn't do it. I'm not an Ohio State fan, but I was yelling at the TV during the Miami CFP game because the Buckeyes just refused to pick up the pace in the second half when they were down multiple scores. They weren't up for the task late in the season, and it cost them. 8th is probably too low, but I guess it could be considered a challenge for 2026. Thank you, Bill Conley, for issuing a challenge to Ryan Day.
If you put him 8th, guys who were ahead of him, guys like Sark or Lane Kiffin, guys who have never stuck the landing ever.
Yeah. I believe Dan Lanning was ahead of him. They didn't list the ones who everyone picked on these, but I remember seeing some of these things about, I think Bill had Lane Kiffin 4th, Bill Conley did, on this list. And so,
wow.
Yeah, sure, there's some guys in there that you look at and say, I can't believe that guy would be higher.
I feel like this ranking that is on right here with Kurt Cignetti 1, Kirby Smart 2, Ryan Day 3. I mean, that's obviously the consensus top. That should be the consensus top 3. And then right after that, Marcus Freeman, Dan Lanning. That's exactly how I view it. That's exactly how I view the top 5 coaches in college football. And I feel like that should be the consensus.
I think that should be. The fact you get a reporter out there saying, Ryan Day, because it's hard to evaluate because how they've been the most consistently awesome program in the nation for decades. They have been, but part of that's because of Ryan Day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Part of it's, and I will tell you this too, if my fictional university, which would, because it's me, it'd probably be a community college or something like that, or maybe like a technical institute, no offense to those guys, but it'd be a satellite campus. Again, no offense to satellite campuses.
Yeah.
But I don't know if I would want Kirby Smart coaching my team, mainly because I don't want to have to deal with all the traffic incidents.
I was thinking of how I could spin that too.
Here's a legitimate question about Kirby.
Yeah.
How long until getting bounced in the first round of the playoffs starts to come back and bite him? How many more times is he allowed to do that?
I've been saying that about Bill Self in basketball. Not to spin it to basketball, but they've had like 2 straight years as preseason number 1s, and since they won the national championship, they haven't even made it to the Sweet 16 in the last 4 years. Would you say that they're very similar, Kirby Smart and Bill Self?
I think that's probably fair. Yeah, I mean, I think that's, and the problem is that Smart's already had so much success at Georgia, like it's going to be really hard for them to come off of him.
Yeah.
Dabo is as much success as Kirby, and Dabo isn't even in the top 10 on this list.
Dabo is the only coach most people can name that's ever coached at Clemson. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's it's not just an age thing.
Right here, me.
Yeah, I mean, was like Tommy Bowden may have been there for a hot minute, but it's like he is like Woody Hayes at Ohio State was for the longest time. Like that was the guy. And so I think it'd be hard. And same thing with Self at Kansas. It'll be a similar thing where it's going to take. Let me put it this way: I don't think Self or Smart would ever get fired for what goes on the court.
Oh no!
Off the court, they could.
I'm not necessarily saying get fired,
right?
But I'm saying when does the hit? Like, how many more times do you have before the Kirby is clearly the second best coach in college football starts to take a little bit of hit?
Yeah, that's fair. You're right. That is fair. They have not. It is a quick turnaround sometimes, but Kirby Smart, he's going to have a long leash there as far as before people start really criticizing him on that. Maybe a couple more years.
If it's the same story for Georgia this year and Ohio State makes a jump and goes on another deep run, I feel like that jump happens for sure for everybody with Ryan Day taking over Kirby Smart.
Yeah, it very well could be.
I mean, to Columbus anyways, like that might be the case already. But nationally, I could see it being the case if that goes. Well, I'll spin this to Ohio State and like the disrespect to Ryan Day. Mm-hmm. Last year, how many starters did they lose on defense from the national championship team?
Oh, yeah. It was ridiculous. Yes. Whatever the number was. Yeah. It was what, like 7 or 8 maybe?
Yeah. It was more than half.
Yes.
And so to me, feel like that was maybe the best coaching job of Ryan Day. Because of how much you replaced on defense. You had a new starting quarterback as well. Mm-hmm. And you were bringing in new offensive and defensive coordinators. So why does that not get credited to still be undefeated all throughout the year, and you lose to the two teams that were in the national championship game?
I think it's the same reason why maybe Julian Sayin doesn't get enough credit.
Yeah.
Okay, because Sayin, it's not Sayin and the receivers, it's the receivers and Sayin.
Yeah.
That's how people view it. Like, of course he's going to be great. He's got Jeremiah's, he got Carnell Tate. Of course they're going to be great receivers. It's an easy place to be. With Ryan Day, of course Ryan Day did well. He just hired Matt Patricia, a former NFL coach. That's the guy who fixed the defense.
There was nobody that thought it was going to go that well right out of the start. We thought it would be good.
Yeah.
Like, yes, there's still 5 stars and elite talent on that side of the ball, but it's a big jump going from the NFL when you haven't coached in a while to coming down to college. It's a significant jump. Yeah. And for it to be as dominant as it was, like, that has to say something.
It's the same argument as the Big Ten or the Ohio State head coach will never win Big Ten Coach of the Year.
Right.
Just like
ever.
Yeah.
Like why Jeremiah Smith has not won a Blitnikoff Award.
Oh, that's criminal. Coming up next, more OSU football talk. Are the Buckeyes the greatest in all the land? We'll talk about that next. Fan Sports Saturday.
We have so many local shows, I can't fit them in a 10-second promo. So let's just say we're live and local all damn day. The Fan.
Iconic summer moments deserve an iconic drink. Reach for Mountain Dew, an American original. From its beginnings in the foothills of Tennessee to your biggest summer yet. The refreshing citrus kick of Mountain Dew is the perfect companion to your American summer adventures. Enjoy the refreshing citrus kick of Mountain Dew. Tasting great since '48. Look for Mountain Dew in stores near you at mountaindew.com. That's mountaindew.com.
Whoa, what's all this? These screens, the food?
All for the game, bro.
Dude, let us pitch in.
No need. I've got it all covered. With T-Mobile, I'm saving $1,000 bundling my wireless and internet.
No way. Really?
Yep, and the price of my plan won't change for 5 years.
Wow, I'm definitely switching to T-Mobile.
Goal!
Here's to score big with T-Mobile. Families save up to $1,000 a year when they bundle fast, easy to set up, all-in 5G home internet with 4 phone lines on Experience Beyond. And your plan price? Guaranteed for 5 years. Stay connected con tu gente and catch every match with T-Mobile. Join now at T-Mobile.com. Price guarantee on talk, text, and data. Exclusions like taxes and fees apply. Savings based on third line free via monthly bill credits. Internet discount with $15 in monthly bill credits and auto-pay discount. Qualifying credit required. Credits may take up to 2 bill cycles and will stop if you cancel any lines or change plans.
Scotty Vegas here, and my new Bronco from Krieger Ford might go down as one of my best purchases of all time. I love it. The family loves it. I decided to get my wife's car some much-needed service. Krieger Ford conveniently picked up her car. I was prepared to spend a ton on repairs. Nope. They walked me through the problems, and it was fixed and brought back to our driveway in a day. Plus, saved me some money for some summertime parlays. The Krieger Ford experience is awesome. See for yourself at KriegerFord.com.
There's this thing repair people do nowadays.
Mappo's Plumbing. Sure, we do have a dispatch fee. It's $1 zillion.
A dispatch fee, a trip charge, going out to your house bill.
Bippity Bing Bong Electrical. Our trip charge is a nice new car.
But not Apex Pros, the pros who knows. When you call Apex for repairs on your AC, plumbing, or electric, there's no dispatch fee.
Thank you for calling Apex Pros. Why would we? Kinda silly to ask for money before we do anything, isn't it?
We give you an upfront price only after we know what's really going on. We think it's the right thing to do, instead of
Slappy's AC, electric, plumbing, dry cleaning, haberdashery, and chiropractic. Of course we charge to come out. $1 kajillion, 3 diamond rings, and 2 exotic pets.
Apex Pros. Never a dispatch fee. Examples of competitive rates may have been slightly exaggerated.
Columbus loves Apex Pros. The pros who knows. ApexPros.com.
Summer is here, and there's no better time to upgrade your ride than at Germain Toyota of Columbus. Whether you're towing the boat, heading to the lake, or planning the ultimate family road trip, now's the time to save. Get $299 APR financing for up to 72 months on the 2026 Toyota Tundra, or lease the 2026 Camry LE for just $319 a month for 36 months and $399 due at signing and 10,000 miles per year. Make this your summer adventure with the team at Germain Toyota of Columbus, conveniently located at the corner of I-70 and Bryce Road, or shop anytime at GermainToyota.net. Germain Toyota of Columbus, where summer savings are in full swing.
Hey, it's Timmy Hall for Central Ohio's most trusted orthopedic practice, Orthopedic One. A couple years ago, I felt like I was breezing through life. I was tearing through rounds of golf, and it hit me. Excruciating hip pain. Hip that would not go away until I saw my friends at Orthopedic One. Then, bye-bye pain. So if you're dealing with constant pain or you suffered an injury, start with the specialist. Start at orthopedic1.com. There's no referral required, and there's several convenient locations in Central Ohio. Schedule your appointment at orthopedic1.com.
Hello, I'm Shep.
And I'm Mark.
And we're the friendly board-certified entomologists from Rose Pest Solutions.
Hey, Shep, I've got a riddle for you.
Hit me.
Why don't anteaters get sick?
I don't know.
Because they're filled with antibodies.
You know, Mark, there are thousands of ant species that can run amok in your home.
To be effective, you've got to keep them straight.
The pros from Rose can correctly identify the ant and solve the problem.
Protect your health and home. Call 800-966-ROSE. Rose will get the best of your pest.
Delaware County Veterans Services, here for those who served. Located on the ground floor of the historic courthouse in downtown Delaware, our team of veteran county veteran service officers is ready to help you access VA benefits, emergency financial assistance, dental and medical grants, transportation, and more. Need a ride to a VA appointment? Facing a financial emergency? Are you or your spouse simply looking for answers? Then give Delaware County Veterans Services a call. 740-833-2010 to schedule an appointment. Delaware County Veterans Services.
The Reds are on the Fan's family of stations all season long. If you don't listen, Terry Francona will ride his scooter to your house and yell at you. Your home of the Reds. The Fan, the Fan 2, and the Fan 3. Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Happy Saturday. You've got dry conditions on your hands, but we do have chance of rain returning back into our forecast later this afternoon. The timing for that, I'm expecting around noon up until 4 or 5 o'clock today, and that's mainly going to be in our southern counties, but that doesn't count out an isolated shower or two for the rest of our area. Once that rain's out of here, though, you are dry the rest of this evening and dry up until later this week. I'm your 10 Weather Impact meteorologist, Lily Aldrich, with 97.1 The Fan.
We test marketed naming the show A Guy and His Butlers.
Oh, that is very touching.
But we thought Bishop and Friends had a better ring to it.
Weekday mornings at 9.
The Fan. Instead of annoying national people talking to you this weekend, we've opted for annoying local people. This is Fan Sports Saturday.
Fan Sports Saturday. Tito, Reimer, 8 with you. The college, ESPN, put out there, they've had their college Football Power Index. Very, very important. And for their FPI, ESPN's FPI, they have Ohio State ranked as the best team in the country going in. They have an FPI score of 28.7, which is, and they are projected to go, according to all their different projections they do there, 10-2 in the regular season. They have a 75% chance of making the playoffs, 28.2% chance of making the national championship, 17.1% of winning it. Texas is second, Notre Dame third, Oregon fourth, Georgia 5, Indiana 6. I only stop at 6 because 3 of those other 5 teams are on Ohio State's schedule this year. They obviously famously open at Texas. They're second game of the season at Texas after the Ball State game. And they host Oregon on November 7th. And they're at Indiana on, I want to say, October 18th. Does that sound right?
Sounds right.
I'd have to look. No, I'll tell you why I know this. It's around that time. I know it's around that time because my son's birthday is on the 18th of October. My wife's birthday.
Stop it.
Dude, I am being completely serious here. I think it's on the 12th.
Oh, my goodness.
My wife's the 12th.
That's crazy.
She's not listening.
You don't don't just know it.
October 17th is the Ohio State-Indiana game. Okay. It's the 12th. Yeah. Well, look, dude, I got my wife on the 12th, stepdaughter on the 13th, son on the 18th, dad on the 23rd.
October babies. I'm an October baby.
Are you really?
October 5th.
There you go.
That's my June.
That's your June, yeah.
I have my mom's birthday,
right.
Both of my sister's birthdays, and Father's Day.
Okay. But I catch hell for this, though. I don't know how well.
And my niece now, yes.
For years, it doesn't matter anymore now because my mom's dead. She passed away this year. But I didn't know my mom's and dad's ages. I don't know what my dad is. I have no idea how old he is. I mean, I have an idea. I should have an idea. I could guess, but I can't remember the exact year he was born.
No,
same.
Mine is easy.
Well, if you knew my dad's birthday, it'd be weird.
Mine is easy because it's just plus 30.
You got that one there. It took you a second.
Yes, it did.
That's fine. Okay. You're just 30 plus 30?
Yes. My dad is 30 years older than me. And then.
Okay. Mine's 15.
My mom is 1 year younger than him. So that's how I remember it.
But this is the sickness of me. I can't tell you the exact how old my dad is. Pete Rose was born April 14th, 1941. I know that. I have that memorized. April 14th, 1941 was the day.
Oh, my gosh.
His birthday.
Oh, my gosh.
Where the hell were we? Okay. Do you believe that Nate should know my dad's birthday? No. Do you believe, though, that Ohio State is the best team in the country coming into this year?
I think so. I was wondering this looking at the FPI. That was what we were looking at, the College Football Power Index that they put out. They have Ohio State going 10-2. Are those 2 losses to Texas and Indiana, the 2 teams that are in the top 6, because they're both on the road,
right?
Does that factor into who the 2 losses are?
That's a good point. It might do that because Oregon is 4th on this list. They are playing at Ohio State.
It's at home, yeah.
It's at Ohio State there. Yeah, that's a good question on that one. At Ohio State, I don't want them to test this theory, but they could test it. If Ohio State somehow lost 3 games this year, but they were those 3 teams, wouldn't you have to consider them being a playoff team still if those are your 3 losses?
It's the SEC argument every year.
Yeah. I guess it depends on how the other wins outside of that, like if there's anyone that is ranked or currently ranked still in playoff contention when that final poll comes out. Like is Illinois a consistent top 25 team? Is Iowa right there in the mix? Michigan, are they right there as well? I feel like that maybe factors into it because if those 3 slip out, then that devalues all of their wins. And so then it's like, okay, what marquee win do you have? Because these are 3 top 6 teams that you lost to. You competed maybe, but you didn't win. So maybe they don't have a signature win on their resume.
Much like losing to Florida State last year. Yeah. If you lose early on, it's like, oh, that's okay. Florida State's really good. You look at it and see, it's like, oh, wait. Or losing to Clemson.
Exactly.
Right? It's like that kind of thing.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's a good point. I look at it, though. Michigan's also, where's Michigan on this? Michigan's look like the top 15 or so in that range. But, yeah, it's interesting to do these rankings, things like that, and they have them like I always like looking at the percentages to do certain things. Give it Ohio State a 38.8% chance to win their conference.
USC is another team on there that Ohio State has to play on the road.
You're right, yeah, USC on the road Halloween. Yep.
They're 13th right now in this projection. Michigan is 15th. They don't play Penn State, but Penn State is 17th. I don't see Illinois. Iowa's 25. So that's your three right there. What if you lose those big three? You have to either dominate those 3 games or you have to hope that you beat them and those wins still mean something. I still feel like with the name, though, and who they played and their strength of schedule, like they're going to get in. But if they finish 9-3. But they also have to look at what was Ohio State's signature win.
Would losing to those 3 be better or worse than getting smoked by Georgia, losing to Oklahoma, and getting beat handily by Florida State?
This is Alabama from last year.
Because that would be the same record.
Yeah.
And the 3 teams, if things pan out, those 3 are way better than the 3 that Nate mentioned.
God, that'd be tough. I can never see Ohio State outside of that. We talked about the Missouri game.
I can't see them. I can't see them with 3 losses, to be honest.
Okay, that's the other thing I was going to ask you about now. Because in 2011, the Fickle year, that year we can throw out that's one. I don't care if we vacate that in our memories. But they went 6-7. Not Fickle's fault. Fickle, I still think Fickle's a really good head coach, but he has to do something at Wisconsin this year. He could be in trouble there. But nonetheless, before that, you had 2008. When I said 08, not 08. So if you yell die O in your car, you got to adjust the static on that. Because I said 08. In 08, they lost 3 games under Tressel. They went 10-3 that year, lost the Fiesta Bowl. Before that, you had to go to 04 when Tressel, they lost 4 games that year. So 08 was the last non-Luke Fickle year that Ohio State lost 3 games in a season.
And you needed the bowl game for that third one.
You're right. That's fair. You're right on that point. 04 had been the last time they lost more than 2 regular season games.
That's actually crazy to comprehend. That for the last 26 years, they've only had more than 2 losses 3 times.
When John Cooper was here, and I'm telling, it's nothing personal. I love John Cooper. But they had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 seasons where they lost 3 games or more in total.
And how many seasons total?
He was here from 88 to 2000, so 32 years.
Yeah.
So, but most of they lost more.
Did you just say 32 years?
No.
I said 13.
It may have been 32. 32 in Cooper years. Under Earl Bruce, they were famous after Earl Bruce replaced Woody. When Earl Bruce was here, they were called 9-3 because he went 9-3 from 1980 all the way until 1985. Each year was 9-3. The next year they went 10-3 because they played an early season game. They got added at the end. They played an extra game, but they still lost 3 games then, and then 4 in his final year. And to think how that program used to, what it used to mean back then, and that people were upset with Earl Bruce, people were upset with Cooper, but I don't know what Ohio State football fans would do right now if Ohio State lost 3 regular season games. Like what it would do to the city.
We're not accustomed to it.
If that happened now, are we talking rioting and looting?
After the way the season ended last year, the Ryan Day honeymoon is officially over again.
What have you done for me lately? I don't see it. I can't see him losing 3 games in the regular season.
I can't either.
And I was trying to think, well, even if, what if you lost a key player to injury? I'm not going to say the names of the people, but there's one that they only have one starting of this on the roster. If that guy got hurt and we had to go to an inexperienced person who was backing that person up, then could you see? Because I still wouldn't see 3 losses in there.
If what I saw in the spring game translates, I'm right there with you. I think it's still safe.
I think so too. I can't see it happening. And that just shows you how damn spoiled we are. I mean, it is ridiculous.
See, how can you judge the Ohio State head coach? He's at Ohio State. Nothing is ever bad.
That's what I mean. Are you kidding me? It's on autopilot. He doesn't even go to practices probably. Doesn't need to. He just got all the money, signed everybody. Need a new coach? Give me somebody who's in the NFL last year. I'll take him.
Yeah.
Reclamation project. But yeah, it's what it is. And that's the part that just, as a sports fan, and I don't know, I can't think of another program, another organization in my lifetime that has that.
So, did you see the article put out by 11 Warriors earlier this week on the Would You Rather with like the decades teams?
Okay, no, I didn't see it.
So, Chip Patterson of CBS, this was put in like Thursday's Skull session from Chase on 11 Warriors. Chip Patterson listed a greatest college football program from each decade since the 1920s.
That's what CBS Sports, I thought, did that. Yes. Okay, yeah.
But Chase put this in their Skull session on 11 Warriors. Ohio State doesn't have one of a greatest decades. Now, it's fair. 2010s, Alabama. Yeah, that checks. 2000s is Florida. 2020s is Georgia. Patterson named Ohio State as an honorable mention for the 2020s, lauding Ryan Day's performance as head coach of the Buckeyes. And then went on to say the would you rather, even if that meant, and would you rather have Ohio State be an unquestioned team of the decade, even if that meant enduring stretches of mediocrity afterward, or would you rather have the Buckeyes what they are now?
What they are now. Yeah. You know, it's
Alabama fans are going through it right now, but they forget there was a time where Alabama was garbage.
Yeah.
For a decade.
Look, they made a couple of bad coaching hires, and it just really screwed them over. And that's the other thing. I've said this on the radio a million times, but Ohio State's never had a catastrophic head coaching hire in football.
Yeah.
Okay, but, I mean, Alabama had Mike Shula, Gary Gibbs at Oklahoma. I mean, every other school, you look at all these other schools, Notre Dame, Charlie Weiss.
Yeah.
Going back even further, they hired Jerry Faust out of high school. High school Cincinnati Moeller head coach goes to coach Notre Dame without any, that set all those programs back.
How many bad hires did Michigan make?
Michigan, right, with Rich Rod.
And like we realistically could not experience another coaching change for another 10 years.
Yeah.
And Day's been here for 7.
Yeah.
He's only 47 years old.
Yeah.
I could, unless the NFL is really a goal for him to get to,
right,
I very easily could see him here for another 10 years, maybe even more.
And I say it's on, and I mean this in I mean this in a complimentary way. I know Ohio State's not on autopilot. I know it's not, but he's got it rolling now to where you can be as selective as you ever have been.
Yeah.
In the players you get. You've got as much money, almost as much money as anybody. You've got one of the most loyal, if not the most loyal fan base.
Yes.
In fact, they hate you too. But all those things, and it's like, and other former NFL head coaches want to come here.
Yes, that's where I was going to go. You have NFL coaches, like you're running an NFL organization.
Yeah.
You are the 33rd team.
Right.
Like the amount of talent that continues to be pushed out of here to go to the next level, it's unprecedented right now.
The coordinators want to come here because almost every game Ohio State plays, if you're the offensive coordinator, your offense is better than their defense.
Yep.
Your defense is better than their offense.
Yeah.
That doesn't happen in the NFL. That doesn't happen in other college programs where it's like every week, every week at say Arkansas, almost every week, you're going against a better team than yours.
Exactly.
When you're Ohio State as a coordinator, you don't have that problem.
Yeah.
And if you're a great quarterback, you want to come to Ohio State. Why? Because they've got great receivers. If you're a great receiver, I know why you come to Ohio State, because they got great quarterbacks. All that stuff is true. And so I think that's wonderful that Ohio State's gotten to that point. Okay, coming up next. Bryce Harper made a suggestion on something he wants to do with the home run derby. We'll talk about that next Fan Sports Saturday on the Fan.
When it comes to your roofing, siding, or gutter needs, call Newman Roofing, 614-NEW-ROOF, newmanroofing.com.
Thank you for calling 1-800-GOT-JUNK. We make room for possibilities.
We've loaded the moving van and we're leaving a ton of stuff at our old address. Can you make it disappear?
All you have to do is point.
Can you come right now?
We're on our way.
We make space for hope.
We make space for dreams.
We make space for what matters.
We are 1-800-GOT-JUNK.
Let us make room for your possibilities.
We can make your house happier.
And your future brighter.
Call 1-800-GOT-JUNK.
Or visit 1-800-GOT-JUNK.com.
This is Mary at the Department of Rejected Dreams. If you had a dream rejected, IKEA can make it possible.
Hi, I've been dreaming of having an epic college setup.
But your college budget is less than epic.
Way less.
Well, with IKEA, you can get everything you need for college, from bedding to storage and decor, all at a great price.
That's good economics.
Sounds like someone just found their major.
Visit IKEA in-store or at IKEA.us to get ready for college. IKEA, dream the possibilities.
Well, Lorenzo, the pitch looked good.
Yeah, so green.
USA keeper was decent enough.
Didn't have much to do.
99 minutes.
Not a single goal. Well, Bet365 sure came through, though. I bet $10 and got $150 in bonus bets just for signing up.
At least someone scored.
Bet365. Winning is everything. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-MY-RESET. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Ohio. T's and C's apply. In-app only.
At St. Jude, every innovation we make is a moment we give to children with cancer everywhere. But we can't do it without you.
Learn more at stjude.org.
Just when you thought afternoons couldn't get any dumber.
You fellas been doing a bit of boozing, have you?
Common Man and Timmy.
Weekdays from 3 to 6.
Your home for dumb. The Fan. Sports talk, weekend style. You're listening to Fan Sports Saturday.
Fan Sports Saturday. A few more segments left here in today's show, and then we turn it over to the Ohio State-Purdue game. Hey, look, I'm not going to spoil it for you, but I would say stick around and listen to that because you don't know what's got. Purdue may play Ohio State tough in that game. This is back to the 02 season. You never know.
Is this not Jake Diebler owning Matt Painter?
It's not, but we should do that too. That's a good idea. I like that idea. I like what you're thinking there. That we should
3 times.
Yes, that's a great idea. The home run derby is coming up this upcoming week here.
Yeah.
And the game is in Philadelphia. Why is it Philadelphia? Because it's our nation's bicentennial, Liberty Bell, all that crap. They played in 76. They played, I should say bicentennial. It's not bicentennial. What bicentennial was in 1976, right? Okay, you guys are just...
Yes.
Okay.
Math.
Okay, now I'm saying it's 50 years later. The bicentennial was in, what is this? Is this just 250 or is there a word for it? There's not a word for it.
Yeah, just happy 250.
Okay. I couldn't great show prep.
I couldn't answer because I couldn't answer when we were born. So
that's fine. 1776.
Yes,
anyway,
I know that now.
Okay,
not now. I've known that. I
just found out.
I panicked when I was asked that question.
By the way,
on
did
air.
anyone ever inform you your John Hancock answer was wrong?
What?
The Declaration of Independence didn't declare us a country or didn't make us a country.
Oh,
yeah.
Well, they asked me who signed it, and I said John Hancock.
You said Herbie Hancock. Well, look, and I've had this debate too. I don't. The first Friday of every July should be Independence Day. That should be called Independence Day. That's the government holiday. That's when we get off work. We all get a long weekend. Not that us, because we're in the radio business. We know what I'm saying. Other people, those people, they get a 3-day weekend. July 4th, when it's on a Tuesday, sucks.
Yes. Yeah. This year was the perfect year.
It was, right?
Yes.
Every year. Fine, you say 4th of July, all this stuff, blah, blah, blah. But I'm saying the first Friday in July should be Independence Day. That should be the holiday. First Friday in July every year.
I'm with that.
I catch so much hell for that take.
I had a spectacular 4th of July weekend.
So did
maybe one of the best.
I was here all weekend, but it was great.
Yeah. Maybe one of the best in my lifetime, honestly. I mean, I can't remember a lot of them, but
9. But anyway, in 1976, they played the All-Star game in Philadelphia. They're playing again now in 2026. The home run derby, Bryce Harper says that when the gold balls come into play, when they have the gold balls you can use, that are the extra special, extra points, extra runs, whatever you want to call them, he thinks she'll be able to use aluminum bats.
I mean, I like that.
Someone's going to die. I mean, there's a reason they don't use aluminum bats right now.
Yes.
But
you're going to see like 500-foot home runs.
Do not be standing in the way of the hit that is not a home run.
Yes, if every kid that's out there shagging the balls, just go stand in front of the wall.
Yes,
so that you have enough time to prepare.
When they get the bats out, those kids out there have to get those things they hold up like in SWAT situations, like the bulletproof shields. Yes. They all have to have one of those.
I was going to say the picture screen suddenly becomes like a plate glass.
Here's the other thing, okay? A lot of times you'll see somebody out there, oh, look, Bryce Harper's up to bat. His dad's going to be pitching to him. And the great story, oh, my dad as a kid growing up. And then Harper lines one up and hits his dad right in the chest. And he dies. It's like, oh, maybe this little bat thing wasn't such a great idea.
Yeah.
You know? So, By the way, go ahead.
It's an interesting concept, that's for sure.
Yeah, I don't. The gold ball home runs, what they do is charitable donations. That's what it ends up being. So each hitter gets 20 swings in the first round.
I feel like they can never get the format correct.
They can't. They can't.
It's always wrong.
No, it is. It always needs to be tweaked.
However, I feel like I like this a little bit more.
I like it a little bit more too. But it's gotten so there's so many different variations. Seems like every year something gets changed on it, and that's what the problem is. It's like I can't tell. Wait, is it outs? Is it time? Well,
because the time, like the guys would be gassed by the time they made the final because they have like no time in between then as they get further and further into the bracket, and so like they've lost all their strength and their stamina as they're just standing up there taking cuts and trying to hit literally every home run out.
There was a year I just found this out, 1990. The All-Star game was in Wrigley Field. Now, Wrigley Field has famously had incredibly high-scoring games throughout the Cubs' history. There was a time, I remember, in 1979 where it was 24-22 Phillies over the Cubs.
Oh, my goodness.
Mike Schmidt had 4 home runs. Winds blown out, home runs all over the place.
Could you imagine the home run derby there? Oh, my gosh.
I will tell you this. In 1990, they had it there. Do you want to guess how many total home runs were hit? I'm going to see how many people were in it right now. There were 8 players in it.
Well, was the wind blowing out or in?
I'm not. See, now you're going to ruin the whole. That's the whole bit. Jesus. I don't know why. What you do there is you guess a high
guy, aren't you?
You guess a high number. You say, like 57, 109. The answer's 5. There were a total of 5 home runs hit. The wind was blowing in. Yes.
By the way, does anyone else notice the little irony of the notorious hothead in MLB suggesting using metal bats?
That's
that's a good point. That is a very good point, Nate. That'd be interesting to have it in Wrigley Field. It'd also be very interesting to have aluminum bats.
That would be, yes. This home run derby back in 1990. I want to make sure I get the number right because I may have said off the top of my head. Just hope that it was July 9th, 1990. Ryan Sandberg, Matt Williams, Bobby Bonilla, Darryl Strawberry, Jose Canseco, Mark McGuire, Cecil Fielder, Ken Griffey Jr.
Oh my gosh, that's
and that group only hit 5?
That group hit
loaded.
5. There was 1 by McGuire, 1 by Matt Williams, and 3 by Ryan Sandberg.
So Ryan Sandberg was the winner.
Sandberg won it in front of the home crowd.
Griffey didn't hit any.
Griffey hit 0.
Wow.
Canseco 0.
Very upsetting.
There were actual days of baseball played where those guys combined for more than 5 home runs.
Right.
This is true.
But yeah, the wind was blowing in. When the wind blows out, though, it's amazing out there in Chicago with the Cubs out there. When the wind's blowing out, the how much different the games are. And like I said, especially growing up for me, it was like that. But only a total of 5 home runs. How disappointing would that be?
Yeah, you
go out there for the home run derby.
You get one now in a few years at Wrigley, and it's like, oh yeah, like this home run derby is gonna be awesome. The All-Star game, the festivities, it's at Wrigley Field, it's iconic.
Yeah,
but yeah, the wind's blowing in.
Nothing.
You can't get anything.
It'd be over real quick.
What I would do I would pivot, and I would have the hitter stand in center field.
Oh gosh,
and hit towards the other way. That's what I would do. Hey, just see what happened. See how many cars got slaughtered on the street behind, or how many times in the press box guys got hit or in the luxury boxes.
Yeah, yes. Or like how many windows outside of the stadium on other buildings got shattered.
Do it that way. That'd be the way to do it.
You get points for what you hit.
Yes. Make it like a video game.
Oh my gosh, it would be so cool to see the camera just track a ball and it just goes straight into a window.
Yeah.
And it just destroys.
It's like one of the great things also you grew up and played football against the house is that you need a catcher. The backstop was right there.
Yeah.
The ivy, the center field, the fence right there. That would be that you don't need anybody behind there.
Yeah, you'll still see it.
Yeah.
You'll still see the ivy right there.
Right. You still see the ivy, see the iconic part.
Yeah.
50 points for the car hood.
Exactly.
100 for the business window.
Yeah. So, all right. Coming up next, we will wrap things up. We talked golf with Gerber, but we didn't discuss the most important tournament going on right now. We'll do that next to wrap things up. Fan Sports Saturday on the Fan.
A lot of hosts have been on our airways in the past 30 years. Some good, some bad, some really bad. Anyway, sorry for that. The Fan.
At CEC Turf and Tractor, family means everything. That's why we're proud to welcome Green & Sons Equipment's Mount Sterling and Marysville locations to the CEC family. We're honored to carry on the relationships Green & Sons has built in these communities for generations while expanding our ability to serve you with more parts, more inventory, and faster response times. As one of Ohio's largest Kubota dealers, CEC Turf and Tractor is growing without losing sight of what matters most: hardworking people, trusted relationships, and hometown service. Visit CECTurfandTractor.com today for all your Kubota needs.
Great Lakes Hyundai. The savings are so good.
It's time for sun and savings at Great Lakes Hyundai. Right now, get a new 2060 Elantra SE for $59 per month for a 2-year lease. Just $59 a month for the drive into summer sale. This month only. Plus, every new Hyundai comes with owner assurance and America's best warranty. A 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain coverage. Dublin or Columbus or glakeshyundai.com. With approved credit $39.95 down. Plus tax, title, first month's payment. 7,500 miles per year. Ends 8-3.
My husband's an animal in bed.
Well, you know.
Not in the fun way. Think warthog. With a chainsaw.
Snoring and sleep apnea affect over 90 million people, and 1 out of 4 couples sleep in separate rooms. Advent can help. We've been your one-stop solution for nasal congestion, snoring, and sleep apnea for over 20 years. Unlike many other practices, we focus exclusively on these conditions, so you get comprehensive care under one roof. Advent's unique approach can help you breathe and sleep better, and many avoid a CPAP. Plus, most insurance is accepted for our effective 20-minute in-office treatments.
Hey, the only animal you want in your bed is your dog.
Advent. Sleep better. Sleep together. Learn how you can improve your life at adventknows.com.
Last year, we had 295 trials where we've been offered a total of $90 million on all those cases. When the dust settled, we had recovered over $1.1 billion in verdicts and mid-trial settlements. I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. We became America's largest injury firm for a reason. We won a lot, $30 billion and counting. The best part of all those wins is that it helps you when you hire us. All those wins allow us to let the insurance company know we mean business. And believe me, they know who we are. If you've been injured, Google Morgan & Morgan results. You're not bragging if it's a fact. 3 million people tried to hire us last year alone. That happened for a reason. Visit forthepeople.com and let's get started this minute. Morgan & Morgan, forthepeople.com.
Morgan & Morgan, Ohio office located at 600 Vine Street, Cincinnati. Prior results do not guarantee a similar outcome.
Hey, it's T-Bone again. Sleep apnea doesn't have to rule your nights. Sleep Better Columbus has been treating snoring and sleep apnea for over 15 years with proven results and now has an office open in Marysville. Call 1-800-MORE-SLEEP or go to sleepbettercolumbus.com. Stop snoring, sleep better, live better.
Getting a speeding ticket can ruin your day. But what about that cyclist? Or the pedestrian crossing the street? If you hit them while speeding, you'll do more than just ruin their days. That's why tickets are more than just a fine. They're a second chance. A reminder of what's on the line when you're behind the wheel. You won't get a do-over every time. So take this as your sign to follow the speed limit every drive. Speeding slows you down. Paid for by NHTSA.
Peach season is here at UDF, but it won't last long. Right now, buy 2 large cartons of UDF peach ice cream for just $10. You're gonna want to stock up. Peach ice cream is back at United Dairy Farmers for a limited time.
Unlock big savings now at Menards. Add style and security to your home with high-quality Schlage door locks. Whether you're looking for a traditional interior passage lock or a Wi-Fi compatible electronic entry lock, Menards has you covered with more than 200 options of Schlage door locks in stock. Save big on Schlage door locks, and don't forget to check out our weekly flyer on Menards.com for all the great deals happening now.
Save big money at Menards.
I'm Yolanda Harris. I'm a journalist at 10 TV News. I don't just report about our community, I belong to it. And that's why we care so deeply about getting it right. And when local journalism is done right, it moves. It moves you to act, to verify, to volunteer. And yes, it moves your heart through the kind of human storytelling that stays with you wherever you are. And at 10 TV, we're here for all of it. These are the stories that move Central Ohio.
All your favorite fan shows are on YouTube, along with those fake YouTube ads like Chew This Gum and It Grows New Teeth. Experience the splendor of Bo sitting in his closet, Timmy Hall's gouty gold chains, and Matty Ice wearing a coat in 90-degree weather. It's all there. Head to YouTube and subscribe today. All your favorite fan shows are available when you want them.
Head to 971thefan.com and hit that subscribe button.
The Fan, Ohio sports destination. During weekend programming, pants are optional.
Look at my butt!
However, leather chairs may have been a bad choice. You're listening to Fan Sports Saturday.
I am going to talk to an attorney at some point, Jacob.
Yeah? Why?
Yeah. Well, because you just heard what they said coming back, right?
Yeah.
Pants optional.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Also, hear the promo for it. It's the weekend, and the hosts are still slightly drunk. If I came in here slightly drunk with no pants, do you think I would be reprimanded for that?
Yeah.
Do you think anyone's watching?
I don't care if
there are people watching.
Yeah, we've got
Sure.
we got 34 in the YouTube chat under that. But if I came in here slightly drunk with no pants on, do you believe I would get in trouble for that with Fish and HR and whoever else is up there? Is that a valid defense? Could I say?
That's true.
I think so.
They need to think about this kind of stuff.
It's false advertising.
Yeah.
It absolutely is. Pants are not optional. I know that. Slightly drunk? Okay, I've seen that happen here at the Fan before with certain individuals. I'm not going to name any names, but I've seen it happen before.
Whoa.
And they did get in trouble for it. Well, trouble's the wrong word. I don't think they got in trouble. I think they may have gotten a warning on something.
Oh, okay.
I'm not saying I've been hammered on air before,
Right.
but we did have at my old job a mead tasting on air.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, that'll happen. I
think that's fine. I think that's okay.
I'm not going to test it, but I'm just saying I do believe, though, if I did and I got reprimanded, I think I would have a case based on that stuff right there.
I think it's all true. It's the proof is in the pudding. Just go back and listen to our show. It's right there in the open.
Todd Father pointed out today is the 59th birthday of one Thad Matta.
Happy birthday, Thad.
I am incredibly surprised that Thad's only 59 years old. It seems like
it seems like he's been 59 for like 15 years now.
Right. And so I don't know, maybe it's a Wikipedia thing. Maybe they have an update 'cause that's where I just saw it. So maybe, yeah. It could be a thing where it's like, oh, yeah, I'm 59 again. Really? How many years you been 59? 4. Whatever. Thad Matta, it's because of the physical side of things. You see like how much he struggled physically for a while and the fact he's looked the same age for 10 years.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's good or bad. I'm not saying it's a compliment or an insult.
I think coaching added a lot of grays to that, especially with NIL now.
The American Century Championships going on out in Reno.
You mean the Steph Curry Invitational?
Guess what it is? Yeah, Steph Curry with their modified Stableford scoring system.
This actually freaked me out.
Do you know what what their scoring system is? Can you break it down?
They get like certain points
Positive
for a birdie,
points. Yeah.
And it's not calculated like a normal golf score, like under par, over par. You get points for pars, birdies. You lose points for bogeys and double bogeys and stuff like that. Because I was looking at this just to see some other names, and it tripped me out because I got down here and I see Jay Billis.
Yeah.
And it says -5.
Right.
And I was like, whoa. Jay Billis is 5 under right now? And I was like, oh, wait a second. He's -5.
Yes.
Like actually -5 points.
Right. So, yeah, the higher the score, the better, I guess. Joe Pavelski. Who's that? Who's that guy, Joe Pavelski? Anybody know who he is?
I don't know that I know who that is.
Nate, does that ring a bell with you or not?
Nope.
I'm going to look it up now because he's in the lead. And I love seeing the names on this, though, and seeing the ones that it used to be that, let's see what it is. Oh, he's a hockey player. How about that? Former
I was
hockey
going to say,
player.
that sounded like a hockey player name.
Played 18 seasons with the Sharks and the Stars.
It looks like Steph just did something because the leaderboard updated and he got 3 points through one hole.
Oh, there we go.
Uh-huh.
So Curry's a point behind him. Marty Fish, also an actor. Smoltz is up there. Romo, Annika Sorenstam. Vince Coleman. I had no idea Vince Coleman had Golf Game. Derek Carr, Ray Allen, Derek Lowe. But there's some big names on there. It's fun. A.J. Hawk plays in it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, A.J. Hawk plays in it every year. He's got 4 points right now.
Okay, he's positive.
Yes.
That's great.
That's good for him, yes.
I saw Charles Barkley was like way down there.
I think A.J. played with, I want to say it was Kevin Hart one year. No, it wasn't Kevin Hart. It was Alfonso Ribeiro, who played, he's Carlton in Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
It's not ringing a bell for me.
Okay. But yeah, there's some big names in this thing. I was looking at the bottom. John O'Hurley, I believe he's in last place right now. He's at minus 36. I believe that is Jay Peterman on Seinfeld, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
Peterman, I think it's him.
Yeah, I think so. I think I have the scoring here.
All right, let's hear it.
So 0 points for 2 or more strokes over par, so a double bogey. You get no points if you get a double. 1 stroke over is a bogey. And then same number of strokes par is 2 points. Okay. A birdie is 3 points. An eagle is 4 points. An albatross is 5 points. And then 4 or more strokes under is 6 points. So if these guys in the negative, I don't know how you're subtracting.
Well, let's say you just said 4 or more strokes.
Yeah,
you can't be. I know, but you can't be.
I know you can't.
I don't think there's a par 6 out there.
You'd have to get it. No, you'd have to get a hole in one on a par 4.
That'd be
3. No, I guess a hole in one on a par 5.
But that would still be 4, though. You can't get more than 4 behind.
That's just what it says.
I know what it's saying. I know what it's saying. I understand. I'm not pointing a finger. I'm just saying it seems to me though that you can't be more than 4 under par for a hole.
Yeah. Okay. Wait. No. Never mind. That was wrong. This is the
now I'm pointing a finger.
The modified.
You're a big problem.
I know. This is now I scrolled a little bit more and this is modified because I was confused. I was like, why is there no negative points? Yeah. It's minus 2 points if you get a double.
Okay.
A double bogey. 0 points for a bogey. 1 point for a par. 3 for birdie. 6 for an eagle. And then 8 points for a hole in one. 10 points for an albatross.
Okay.
That makes a lot more sense.
That does make a lot more sense.
I apologize. I should have scrolled a little bit more. I was just trying to do it quickly and I saw a point system there. I was like, sure, why not?
AJ Hawk told a story one time on Morning Juice about when he was playing in one of these kind of charity events or golf events somewhere, and there's fans out there and stuff, and he hit a ball that was not only went left of the fairway, but went left of the fairway next to him.
Oh, gosh.
And hit a kid.
Oh, no.
He goes over to the kid, and to make sure he's okay and everything.
Right.
He feels bad. All
right.
Stuff. And I said, well, did you give him anything? Because usually when golfers hit somebody, they give them like the glove or something.
Sign them something. Or,
right, yeah. So, and he said no. And then he said he didn't know what to give him. And Carpenter said, just give him the golf ball. And I said, giving that kid the golf ball would be the equivalent of Lee Harvey Oswald giving the rifle to the Kennedy family. Like, that's what that would be the equivalent of right there. So, no, you don't give him the golf ball. I said, you should give him something else, though. But yeah, don't give him the golf ball. It's like, oh, I'm sorry I hit you. Here, I'll sign it. Here's the ball that hit you.
Here's the thing that blinded you.
Right, yeah.
Well, like, AJ probably doesn't have multiple gloves in his
You're
bag.
right. Yes, he probably does.
That he can't give to the kid. So maybe his best option is only a golf ball. Maybe you could do a tee or something like that.
Because what's amazing is think about the kid and the family that's there, whatever, watching it. Like, you're looking down the fairway on the hole you're on.
Yeah.
Thinking, I don't want to get hit. Let's everyone pay attention.
You're not
Instead,
thinking about
something's coming from 2
no
holes
one's
over.
yelling for 2 holes over.
Yeah. It's coming over 2 holes over. It's like, that is totally unexpected.
Oh, my gosh.
That's like looking up to catch a fly ball, and a baseball comes at you in the leg from another field. In the back of the leg. It's like that kind of thing. It's like, how did I get hit with that?
Yeah. No, that makes sense.
AJ, though, hold his own.
Crazy. I think I could step up in the Pro-Am at Muirfield and play.
You need to get invited then. Why wouldn't you be?
You're television Jacob Reimer. I mean, come on.
That's all you got to do.
This is true. I mean, I think I'd be fine with the crowds.
Look, ever since this show started, there's been hundreds of people who have Googled you based on your suggestion. They Google you. So that's going to pay off for you, I'm sure. Reimer, it was a lot of fun. Thank you.
Yes, it was.
Thank you, Nate. Thank you to the Todd Father also for joining us in here as well in the chat. We always appreciate that, folks. Buckeye Replay, Holy Buckeye, coming up next right here on 97.1 The Fan.
Catch T-Bone and Tyvis weekday mornings from 6 to 9. If you're not completely satisfied, we'll rewind time and erase your brain. Free.